Howdy, everyone, and welcome to our latest episode of Scales of War. We are a group of role players and tabletop enthusiasts, wargamers, voice actors, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we are here to play our modified version of Only War, Fantasy Flight's tabletop RPG based in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. With us, as always, are our four main players, and we'll go through and introduce ourselves real quick. I am Paul Toon. I am the Game Master, or as we like to call it, War Master here. And at time of recording, this is just after New Year's. So, Happy New Year, everyone. Right. I think let's go up the list this time, because I like to vary it up. Let's start with Valis.
Yes, that would be me. I am Valus. I represent the Thrinos Mobile Task Force Sirens. Specifically, for the commander session today, I will be playing Syntagmatarchus on. Good old Mechanicus Force. Excited to see what we have going on here.
Very good. Next, Rasp.
Hi, I'm Rasp. I am, you could call me the architect of this world. I have designed the backdrop against which Paul has thrown all of the horrible things. And to that end, I am representing the regiments that have been raised on this world. The Maldine 303 and the Maldine 49. And normally I'm portraying blanking on names. Normally I'm portraying one character, but I think there's some RP this session that will need me to portray another character.
Yes. Like I said, it has been a couple weeks since we were able to get together and record or play anything, so yeah, we're all a little rusty. Yeah, very good. Mr. Nunn.
That is me, Mr. Nunn. I am the cameraman, recorder, editor of all this, the master propagandist, if you will. And in this, I am playing the Einherjari, a group of Viking raiders who have found themselves on planet with everyone else. And I am playing their commander. It has been a while. Goodness gracious. Their commander, Reaganleaf, Alfield daughter. I'm probably pronouncing her last name wrong. I forget how it's supposed to be pronounced. And I have a feeling there's some RP coming my way for this.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And last but not least, Dan.
Hello all, I am Dan. If Rasp is the architect, Valis is the creator of new stuff and lore. Paul Toon is the War Master, and Mr. Nunn is the recorder. Then I guess I would be the technical and military expert behind this world. I tried to set up things that would be realistic, more or less based on a combination of 40K and 21st century. And yes, I know that often, puts me at odds with one or the other's reality. Today, I am playing Colonel Marcus Strun of the 1st Coloradicus Tank Legion. And we got some RP, and we are excited to, slay the Heretic, the Traitor, and the Xenos. Let's get it.
Emperor protects. Praise be the Omnisire. Very good. All right. So, with that, I don't think we really have any housekeeping measures to take care of at the moment. So today's session is going to be a brass or a commander session in which we are taking a look at the overall picture of the entire planetary warfront. And we're kind of getting a bunch of updates and a bunch of things like that. And we've got our clocks, we've got our troop movements that everyone will be taking care of, but before we do that, we have a few RP bits. And I know Colonel Stern has quite a few he wants to take care of first. So, but I also actually have a bit that actually I think I will hold off a bit to see if something else happens during the session, and if it does, great. If not, then we'll get to that another time. But for that, players, if you would like, take it away.
All right. So at the conclusion of last commander's session / last brass session, Colonel Strun was contacted by the Inquisitor and was basically tasked with purifying this hive. I'll ping this for everyone just so we can center on it.
There you go.
Rasp, what's the name of this hive again?
It is one of the hives in Bloody Claim. I do not remember the specific name of that city.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's fair enough to just call it one of the hives of Bloody Claim. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right. So basically, what the Coloradicus there are going to be doing, the Green Task Force, as you guys can see down here, is along with fighting, they're basically going to be encircling this hive and making sure no one gets in or out, friendly or enemy. And essentially, they're going to be making sure everyone is purified. Strun, upon receiving those orders from the Inquisitor, and along with the Inquisitor's permission, spread the word to the other units that were in there, the Einherjari, the Maldine PDF, and is there another group? The snakes aren't here, are they?
Cuskas. No, there are still some Cuskas there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Cuskas. For those of you who don't know, the Coloradicus is an extremely straight-laced regiment of a extremely proud and old heritage, and the Cuskas are, well, they're special. And so this might lead to some conflicts. So here we go. I think, Ras, what is the I'm sorry to put you on the spot like this. Because there's the commander of the 49th, or the Maldine, and then there's commander of the 303, who is now the commander of all of Maldine, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Mercy Prospect is the commander of the overall Maldine defense.
In this case, considering it is a planetary one and the 49th are not directly involved, Mercy would be the one you'd want to talk to.
Okay.
And the trying to remember her specific title currently.
Have to go back through the notes to find that.
Wasn't it Confidant?
Confidant, yes. Confidant Mercy Prospect.
Guys, okay. For those who are more familiar with Warhammer 40k,
Y'all know what's
Mercy.
coming.
Well, but Mercy is the equivalent of
Mercy's rank no longer maps to a specific guard rank.
I was gonna
Mercy's
say-
rank is a ceremonial Maldine rank that I think guard-wise, Mercy is still the equivalent of Strun, but has been bestowed command of basically any forces raised on the planet of Mald Secundus.
I was going to say she's
So-
basically the equivalent of the Cadians' Lord Castellan.
Yes, that's actually a very good 40k touch point.
Yes.
So for the official structure, we have Marshal Ivanova, who is the one in charge of the entire Imperium forces. Mercy Prospect is kind of like a major general focused on this planet because it is her home planet, and she is kind of like the leading commander of the Maldine forces there. But that is an unofficial rank. Officially in the Imperium, she is still considered a colonel.
And Strun is, while he often tends to have a very loud and forceful voice at the marshal's table, he is still also a colonel.
Yeah.
Okay. Strun is going to contact Mercy and tell her what's about to happen to that city. He's also, as a courtesy, he's going to contact the Reagan Leaf Alpha's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I know I butchered that name. And
Go ahead.
and the Cuskas commander. Although he'll probably
give
do
me a
that
moment.
last.
Also, remind me, is Strun in the field or is Strun still in orbit as well?
He's in the field. He
Okay.
is at the Hive City to the other Hive City where the Coloradicus are.
Okay, yeah. I think that Prospect
yeah.
is still has set up command staff on the banner now that the banner has been purified.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Also, just for everyone's information, because this is one of our extra player characters who is doing this, the commander of the Shuska is Sapnis.
Right.
Pulkvedius Berdu Sapnis.
I don't suppose we could pull the player in right now. Probably, what is it? Like
They're
five
in Germany.
o'clock? Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Germany. I'm pretty sure they better be asleep right now. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
3 a.m. for them, so it would be a tough call to make.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, that can be solved in text-based RP anywhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's true.
So the Coloradicus. So Strun lets them know what's happening. And Strun, out of respect to their time on Alcatran.
Yeah.
Alacaran.
I like
Alcatran.
Yeah.
Strun is going to stress to Mercy that he will be as fair, but he will also be extremely thorough in his purgation of any taint that he finds in the Hive City. He will pass on that the Romeo Terminus decree is in effect for this
Mercy
operation.
will acknowledge the necessity of what is happening, but will also make the point that Bloody Claim is the 4th largest territorial city on the planet, with a population of over 200 million, pre-war census, and that this is one of the 3 largest cities within the territorial city, and that just stress the value of the location as a population base and a manufacturing base. And just sort of lay that reminder there and offer any support necessary to ensure that the city is cleared as quickly as possible.
Strun will agree. I think that Mercy will get, like, Strun won't have to say this, I think, but Strun will say to the effect of, I will do all of my power, but you know that the most holy Inquisition would rather scorch even the most productive manufactorum than let but a single shred of heresy and corruption exist. And kind of like implies like, hey, I'm going to do my best, but I'm not necessarily calling the shots here. Like, I have my orders.
Yeah,
And
Prospect
also,
will acknowledge that and leave you to it.
Also, what is the transportation capabilities of your bomber regiments? Bomber forces.
So, bombers, very little. Maldine bombers are... those bays are not designed to have anything but bombs in them without some serious stripping apart and reworking, which is possible. They are very modular craft. And I think the only non-PDF bombers on the planet are over in another theater right now.
Okay. Out of character, could you, and this is, I realize, pretty inefficient, but could you take like a bombers and put them in a like a bulk transport? Other?
I mean,
Like,
if we're utilizing PDF resources, the PDF have plenty of bulk transport ornithopters. The bombers are currently the main firepower that we can bring to bear on a potential demonic incursion in the Glass Road.
That's fair. Okay, instead that he will contact the naval element and request that we have a cruiser, right, in the area?
Yes, we do. Yes, you do. There is at least one. I will also say that as you are Imperial Guard, the PDF technically have a sort of agreement of basically if you ask for something, they will give it to you.
Also, Prospect is the supreme commander of Maldine forces. She can just order the PDF to supply bulk haulers.
Yeah. All right, that's all right. Instead, Strum's going to leave a suggestion to the Inquisitor to have a one of the cruisers geo synchronize over this hive with its main lance pointed there just in case.
Okay.
And
I
Your
think
request will be seen by the Inquisitor in the next 10 to 20 business years.
yeah, fair enough. And then with that, he's going to order the Coloradicus battalions around here to surround the area as best he can.
okay.
Including and make sure that no one gets in or out, including friendly PDF and other regimental or other allied regiments.
Mhm.
And he'll
Okay.
send the same message to Mr. Nunn's colonel and to the Cuskas colonel.
Yeah. Reganleaf will send back, knowing how straight-laced the Coloradicus are, that the Einherjari will be in full support of this. However, that Reganleaf, due to some honor constraints, expects fair treatment of the Cuskas forces in the area.
There will be no, you know what? Strun will agree to this, but will comment. I mean, we'll kind of infer that there's already a cloud of suspicion and out of character a lot more than that hanging over the Cuskas, and we'll leave it at that. Can I make like a move on the map just to show where this is going? My
Does
forces?
that
Yes, I would say-
declaration alter the relations between the Coloradicus and the Einherjari?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Real quick, pause for a
Mhm.
moment. All right. So, yes, I will let you take the move. I'm going to say that is going to be your move for the first turn that we have.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
But yes, you can go. You can go ahead and move what you need to in place.
Okay.
As for the second question, I feel like for the Coloradicus at this point, it's just business as usual. So it's really a question of the Einherjari. Does this hurt your relations any, or is this kind of a yeah, no, we get it?
Well, now it's a tough question because all Einherjari forces as the Force technically are considered dead among their own people. So this really wouldn't necessarily hurt relationships. This is something that always is expected to happen. However, if anything untoward happens to the Cuskas, then yes, this will hurt the relationship.
Well, what
Okay.
if what if they are found like what if
If they are found corrupted by chaos, then what has to be done will be done.
okay, yeah. No, we
So at this
no,
point,
Strun
it's a
would-
wait and see.
Yes.
Strun would make it very clear that they're not just going to execute they're not going to execute anyone without a damn good reason.
Okay.
We're
Now
not
that opens up an interesting clause I'm curious about. Because the Cuskas are obviously a minor mutant colony, is their origin. So
I wasn't sure how many I could say in character.
I think this is a fair
Well,
thing to
that is-
just bring up, because the commander session is like our meta session in a
Mhm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
It is also very obvious if you've got abhumans in your group. That's
Yeah,
Well,
so there's...
the fact that the Cuskas, since we're making this meta, are kind of thrice damned in the eyes of, I'd say, your average Imperial. I won't, unless someone wants to. I won't go into any more detail on that, but it's.
I think the focus point for the current thing that I see is, right, the Coloradicus are administering tests and scans for purification.
Mhm.
They are looking for signs of corruption. And
Mhm.
there is a common thing that among the pilots, as the pilots are the ones that don't leave the vehicles, those are the ones that are most like snake-like among the Cuskas. In that they might actually have like snake lower torsos and such.
Yeah.
missing legs, as it were. And they're
So-
abhuman, but they normally don't interact with any other forces, so that's how they get their pass. But now this is going to be a scanning merit where everybody is looked at, everybody is checked.
Well,
I
it's
know
not,
that
yeah.
Bactalius would kind of send a message to say, like, by the way, the baseline for these guys is slightly different than the baseline for others. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Whether the Coloradicus officer on the ground obeys that, or they just go, snake, bang.
Yeah, so that's
Um,
kind of specifically the point
that
I'm
is-
trying to bring up. It's
that
like,
is
to a
a-
Coloradicus, they already know
Yeah.
what they know about these people, and then when they get to like the various pilots of the forces, they're going to see what is effectively a mutant.
So, since this
They
is coming,
should. Okay, go ahead.
since this
Go,
is
sorry.
coming down from first the Inquisition and then from Strun directly, they will obey it to like the letter.
I guess then comes,
As-
what
as-
does the Inquisition release exactly?
Yeah.
Is the next curiosity. What do they say? Just, they're a little different.
No, Bactalius is well aware that, the Cuskas aren't very trustworthy in most people's eyes. Even he is kind of a little uncertain about them, but they are a resource to be used at this moment. So he will send information detailing it to Stern. He will send like enough, I would say. Definitely say like, oh yeah, these are there are certain numbers amongst them that are abhumans. They have characteristics like XYZ. May not go into all details, which might be a slight oversight, but clear enough that yes, there's going to be some that are going to be weird on sight. Please do not shoot on sight.
Yeah. And this isn't just going to be like scans with like aspects and
Oh,
whatnot. This is also going to be like interrogations from the commissariat and the priests that are with the first Coloradicus.
Think that one of the things that Prospect would recommend is bringing in, like, priests from other Maldine cities. Because obviously not the priests from this city, because this city is under suspicion. But priests from other cities who could identify what is accepted Maldine ecclesiarchy doctrine and what is deviation from accepted Maldine doctrine. Because the ecclesiarchy is a huge organization that approves a lot of different beliefs. And the Maldine sect is somewhat divergent. So I think that Prospect would recommend that your own priests be supplemented by probably going to recommend from one of the big religious cities, like priests from Abbey's Alley or something.
Where is that on the
I believe it is just on the other side of that zone. So they could be brought out there pretty quick. Angel's Landing is close. Angel's Landing is a huge religious city.
Abbey's
and
Abbey's
it was
ally.
part of the safe zone.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No enemy forces, as well as anyone is aware, have landed in Angel's Landing, Wolf Roost, Center City, Azure Bay, that area.
Strun
Abbey's
would...
Abbey. I was just going to say, Abbey's Abbey is also another possibility, but they have to come across the untyped heart.
So it would be a lot harder
So it's
to get people from there to Bloody Claim.
to get them quickly at least.
But Angel's Landing is also a large religious center on the planet.
Strun would do that in part, but also request priests from the 303 and the 49th. Like he wants he's a soldier, and he's always going to want people who've seen combat and have served with the guard over just
I will say that the Maldine priesthood is a relatively militant priesthood. Like every single priest carries a bolt pistol, for example, and are trained in how to use it. And many priests will have at least seen service with the PDF in some major recent civil wars. The Yon Shoal conflict and the Azervain insurrection. I'm not sure that the 49th priesthood is embedded deep in Richdelve right now, so they're on the other side of the planet. And the 303 has a priesthood, but not in the numbers needed for a city of millions.
Gotcha.
But Angel's Landing can provide plenty of members of the priesthood militant.
Okay. Strun would approve this. He would also request priests from the Einherjaris.
They will. What priests we have? We are Mechanicus aligned, so what priests we do have will readily help.
So you will probably be surprised, as there's a group of what look to be Viking ritual men, and also one tech priest with them.
Yeah, and they'd have.
They'll be like, oh, weird.
They'd have them just because, no favoritism. They'd have them screening once a part of the hive that the Einherjari weren't in. So there's no we're the same regiment. Don't kill these guys. So yeah, and just so we can get this on the board, let's get a clock. And I see this taking. I see this taking a while. I see this being a several week operation. So you want to put
I also see
20?
this being something that our commanders aren't all that directly influencing, just something that will passively gain a tick command phase.
Yeah.
Okay, so my judgment on this is that yes, there will be a clock. I'm going to set it for 12. And it will be something that passively happens over time if any commanders want to take a more active role, specifically those who would be directly involved with this. So if Prospect or
I just want to see it.
Wrong clock.
No, that's beautiful though.
Okay, fair. Yeah. So yeah, if Prospect or the Cuskas or the Einherjari or the Coloradicus would like to get more directly involved with completing this, they may. But it's going to passively accrue over time.
I definitely am going to make a roll for this with Prospect. Prospect has some planning thoughts, basically, which is start with the areas that were least affected, where there's the least likelihood of corruption, so that you can quarantine those areas off from the rest of the hive and get production flowing again, basically.
Okay.
That
makes
a lot of sense. Yeah.
It does.
Go ahead and give me a roll for that then, as Prospect.
Yeah. Let me find the character.
Logic.
I'd say logic is logic.
Yes. This is. I'm looking in the wrong folder. Because this folder.
And if I remember, Prospect has the if you're able to think about something for about a time, you get a bonus to your logic, correct?
At least 10 minutes, and I think I've got at least 10 minutes on this.
Oh, you got a lot of time. Yes.
I'm gonna say this is Tactica, because I feel like Imperial commanders are expected to know how to run this kind of operation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any additional bonuses or penalties from the situation?
I don't think so. Prospect
I
has
would-
gone through things similar, but there's always different situations, different differences between them.
Oh yeah.
I'll take
Sure.
5 degrees of success. Yeah,
Okay.
basically, Prospect's thinking is if there are parts of the hive that are already damned, they're already damned. Let's get the parts that are least likely to be a problem figured out first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, there's good news and there's bad news about this. So, basically, the entire city was surrounded and under siege at some point. So, identifying an area is kind of difficult.
It would
However,
probably be sort of towards the central parts of the hive. Probably the central parts and the
Exactly.
lowest levels.
The central parts, as well as some here with the Einherjari and have taken over at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like there was less fighting that was happening there. It seemed like it was much more passive siege, while all the major fighting was occurring out of the mountains and out of the area around this road. So there are areas that you can very quickly kind of like pass people through and have good confidence that there wouldn't be a lot of problems. So you can open those up real quick.
Which also makes the Coloradicus job easier because it's less ground that they need to be able to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can sort of move their cordon inward.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Colorado. Oh, I just want to say one last thing. 10th Company, right here.
Yes.
It has intelligence that the heretics went out into the mountains somewhere. So they're definitely
I was going to bring that up.
looking that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to our turns, and we do get into the combat phase and everything, I will have you make it aware. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this right now, since we're discussing it. 10th Company, awareness, and because you do have good intelligence about like where they were going, leaving from immediately, I will give you a. I'll give them +2.
Okay.
And then if you have anything else with the company that's associated with better awareness, you can add that, of course.
It's got a Valkyran attachment.
Perfect.
Which,
you got your recon.
Yeah.
That's an extra +1, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's okay. So
on a 7. Okay, so 2 degrees of success.
2 degrees. Oh, dang. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So you definitely know the path that they're following. And you know that they're heading into the mountains, possibly trying to get onto the other side of the mountain range. Beyond that, you don't have a lot of good intelligence, but you have a solid path forward, basically. So if you would like to move that company or any others into the mountains to follow them, you can.
I really
I will
don't
also say.
want to.
Okay.
I
just presenting the option.
Yeah. Which I know sounds very weird to the audience, but tanks and mountains.
Yeah.
Not always the best idea. Okay. 10th Company is basically just going to secure this area and
if we know where they're going, Prospect would pass along a message on just kind of a wide blast vox that enemies of the old knight are going to cross into Wastelander territory at roughly this point. No direct contact contact with the Deep Wasteland groups, because the Mountain Maldine don't really have that, but just sort of a courtesy, hey, these people are your enemies, it would help us a lot if you could fuck them up, you know?
Okay. That's foreboding. Okay.
Yeah.
And this would be specifically after getting word from you that you are not going to pursue, because she wouldn't put out that message if there would be guard forces following behind them.
One last thing I'm going to say. 5th Artillery here of the Rooks. I will have them loading special ammunition.
What kind?
Radiological and phosphex. I will roll to see if they have that.
Yeah. Just give me a luck roll for this.
Gotcha. You know what? I'll fate that.
Oh, all
If I
right.
can.
If you would like to fate it, you may fate.
I got, what, 3?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, they do have a couple crates, but not as much as you were hoping.
Probably of radiological, not of phosphex.
Oh yeah, there's no phosphex at all.
Yeah,
but there are a couple radiologicals, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
basically
nothing else,
you could get one good volley to level a hive block. That's about it.
Oh, I think it'd probably be a good amount of the hive with radiological.
Well,
but
keep in mind that these are built into the earth, which is pretty good at soaking up radiation. You're gonna have to be pretty concentrated on the area that you want to destroy with this.
Okay. But, like, again, this is this and the orbiting cruiser are like a last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if not, it's too. I'd say biological, but that's okay. Okay. I think that is the RP here concluded.
Everybody is really glad that it was Mercy you were talking to and not her sister.
Yeah.
I mean,
because the other prospect would have been a lot less diplomatic about that.
Probably, yeah. I've got no comment. I mean, like, Strun, would probably have done the same thing regardless of who he was talking to. It was just like, I want your cooperation. Like, this is what's going to happen. I would like your cooperation on this. But
yeah.
So that is me. And that's my RP. Does anyone else have any RP?
Also, if we could get a clock put over there, let's have another one of the fancy stained glass ones.
Sure. How many ticks?
12.
12 tick. It's pretty much the same as what we've got there, I'm pretty sure.
Let's do... let me see. Choose side. I can't count that much. I see this taking a while. Let's do 15.
Okay.
Weird one.
All right. That's vaguely doable.
Yeah. Also, I think while this happens, and this, this is kind of meta. Strun's plan is this is going to be hopefully low intensity work.
Where do we want the clocks?
Put it just right here under the title of Bloody Claim on the map.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's actively happening, on the board.
Ooh, very pretty.
It's
We'll call
also
this
kind of faded. Is there a
purification.
reason? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You haven't
so-
put in the light. You haven't put in the color yet. I got it. Or put in the light system. Okay.
Yeah, they gotta have light to properly show color.
I was like, what are you talking about, faded? They look normal. And then
Yeah.
I realized my lighting is bad.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Yeah.
Strun figures that this is going to be hopefully a low intensity operation. So he's also going to try to have, maintenance and repairs happening on his battle group down here.
This is as much shore leave as
Yeah.
the Coloradicus get.
Yeah.
How many ticks did my 5 degrees of success add on that Tactica?
Right. So starting out, you would have been at 0 starting out, but in this case, we'll add 3.
Cool. Do you want me to roll anything?
I think
Or-
we'll save that. We'll save that for the clocks. So
Okay,
if
okay.
you don't want to, if you want to focus on this, you can. If you want to focus on other projects, you can. But yeah, I think if that's all the RP everyone has, we can get to the next part, which will
anyone else?
begin. Oh yeah, sorry.
Anyone else? You got anything?
I'm good.
No, really not, honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Then. Let us move on to the goodies that you are getting this session from your rolls in the last brass session, which was a while ago now. Coloradicus, you
Yes.
have 25% reinforcements to a battalion,
Okay.
as well as 4.5 battalions worth of ammo resupply. You may distribute that as you wish right now.
Now, when you say battalion,
In your case, company.
Okay.
Yeah. Einherjari,
Mm-hmm.
you were very lucky, given the massive beating that your troops have taken over at Bloody Claim. You have 200% reinforcements, so basically 2 full battalions worth of troopers return,
Awesome.
and 4 battalions worth of ammo resupply.
Oh, perfect.
That's 150. That's. Hold on.
I think I'm pretty much going to take all of half Danny and just swap them out now so that they're full.
The Maldine, you have
Do
no
this
reinforcements,
for-
but you do have 4.5 battalions worth of ammo resupply, as well as your QX09 Diovokite carbines, which are being distributed to your combined companies. So basically, once any combined companies get into
Oh, that was
Into a
supposed to be a
FOB?
surprise.
oh, sorry, I'm just reading out what
yeah,
everybody's got.
But if you could actually edit out the name of the special thing that I'm getting, just so it's a surprise to the audience still.
I will, to make this easier on you, Mr. Dunn, I will just say this. I'll just basically redo it. So we start here. So the Maldine, you get 4.5 battalions worth of ammo resupply, as well as your special extra guns. You do not get any reinforcements, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure you skipped all that so you get more ammo resupply, which you need. And last we have the Thrinos. You have a quarter of a battalion come back, so 25%. As well as your Valkyries. Your home pattern Valkyries are in for 2 battalions.
Ah, wonderful. I'll get those assigned post haste.
Excellent. And basically, I'll just kind of go quiet for a bit and let you guys decide how you want to redistribute everything.
I think I have just enough ammo to get all my battalions up to 100 out of 150.
Hey, that's full strength for everybody else.
Yeah. And I'll say for artillery, just because they were used a lot, I'll put them at double of what they were. Isn't it nice to have big units?
I can definitely tell you, the Cuskas agree. 400% population. Or 400% trooper size. They just keep taking massive hits, and they still at full capacity.
Well, when you have, like, your entire planet, that's,
Yeah. Your entire planet is literally in orbit above this one right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun thought. Their planet's in orbit.
Something Dark Angels.
Or are
they? Something that's no moon. Oh, actually, speaking of updating records, while you're doing that, I will go ahead and tell the audience the results here in the Untamed Heart, because that was not resolved because we were going to have the player session with the Armor Division finally come up. And so down here in the Untamed Heart, we have this group. Let's see, eliminated. Eliminated. And Valus. As the Thrinos, I would like you to make a luck roll.
Gotcha, luck roll coming right up.
You're lucky.
Am I lucky?
I think so.
I mean, it is Blights again today, so, All right.
You're a little lucky.
As far as anyone is aware, the Ork base is completely cleared, and you're able to occupy it.
Oh, fun.
So, it is very orcish. It's weird thing about this whole thing is basically they've been walking around out in the sun like there's no problem. The buildings are constructed very poorly. They offer barely any shade or direct, any direct protection from the sunlight. So to actually use it and be able to use it as a full proper base, you're going to have to put some work to it. But it is a location. You do have a few airstrips that could be used for aeronautica. There are some buildings that can be modified to more imperial standards. So yeah. There's also several pieces of Gargant that you blew up, which is very good. Wait, nudge. Hit.
Yeah, so they'll basically be converting that position.
Yep.
All right, I have distributed my ammunition. I have still one regiment on 0%, or one battalion on 0%. The entire rest are usable.
Excellent.
I managed to get everyone up to 100% personnel and 100% material. Well, 100 out of 150 material. So that's I'm gonna say that's a win for me.
I would say that's a win.
Yeah, all my
Crazy
people,
that.
All right.
I've got full ammo now. The people that took the hardest hit, they're back up to full. I still have a few non-full battalions.
All right.
I would say that any reinforcements that for the Einherjari that are in the Hive City that's currently being quarantined would be not, I guess, interrogated is the best word, right? Before they're allowed to join their units, and their units would also be interrogated.
The way I think this would work best is basically if you wish to deploy those, Mr. Dunn. If you wish to deploy them like right now, you will make a separate token with the same name, and as groups are cleared from the Hive City and are basically released back, they may then join the new battalion. Otherwise, I would suggest that any that would be going to theirs are basically held in reserve. And then once everyone is released, then you can basically move the token out and have your full reinforcements.
Yeah, my plan is, honestly, my tokens are not any of them going to do anything until they're all cleared. So they are right now on standby until everything's cleared.
All right, excellent.
Sounds good.
We got that. So, yeah, with that, let us begin all of the extra paperwork stuff that goes into these character sessions. And that is going to start
asking for our new stuff.
Yes. So let us start with, you know what? You are the ones that are getting quarantined. Let's start with the Einherjari.
Okay.
You may roll. You have basically 3 rolls for reinforcements, and then 3 for material resupply. If you would like to, give up all of your reinforcements, you could put those into resupply or vice versa. You all have 3 fate points, except for the Coloradicus, of course. Colonel Stern only has 2 because he already used one today. And yeah, let's just start with reinforcements, and we will start with the Einherjari.
Okay. Let's see. That's going to be commerce. Well, I wouldn't mind getting probably another 2 battalions worth of reinforcements. I'm not sure I'm going to need 2 battalions, but just so I can top everyone else off in a couple sessions.
All right.
And then ammo, I don't need any ammo. I'm full up on ammo.
Okay. So if you do not want to have any ammo rolls, then you'll be able to get, let's say, 2 extra reinforcement rolls.
Okay. So I'm rolling commerce for these?
Yes, sir. These are all commerce.
Okay. There's 1. There's 2. I don't think I'm going to need more than that.
That's 4 degrees success.
I mean, you could still have them in reserve in case you take a beating.
True. That's true. Let's get some in
Plus,
reserve.
you completely folded one of your battalions, just like
I did. That's true. I did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's roll another one then. All right.
There you
go.
Another 4 degrees success. Very good.
Okay, and then you said I have 2 extras just in case?
Yes.
All right, let's...
If you wish. Or
let's use...
You can also... Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Let's use 1 more for reinforcement than 1 for some reserve ammo.
Okay. And that is something I was going to say is you can always put anything in reserve.
Okay, so...
All right, that's another 3.
This next one will be for ammo. I'm going to note that in there. All right, and...
Another success. Ooh, okay.
All right.
All right, then. So that is... All right, so each degree of success is a 25% of a battalion.
Okay.
So that is 2 3/4 of a battalion. So 275% reinforcements. And each degree of success for the resupply is 1 battalion's worth, basically. So you have 1 battalion's worth of ammo resupply. Thrinos, y'all up next.
I have a query first.
Yes.
As opposed to spending rolls on it retrieving reinforcements, can I use reinforcement rolls instead to repair/recover wounded that are currently in orbit?
Hadn't considered that, I don't think, but I will allow that.
Because, as you recall, last time I had to retrieve Patrice because they got really tore up out there. But the most recent reinforcements that came in would actually bring them to full strength if their wounded get recovered. They have a lot of wounded, you see.
Yeah. All right, I will say, basically, you can make Medicaid rolls to try and get you recover them.
All right, we'll give it a go. I would also like to, in addition, make at least one roll for munitions and materials.
Okay. I will give you one extra on your reinforcement. That could be Medicaid or covers for actual reinforcements. And you will still have one for your material. So that's four for personnel, one for material.
Okay. So, I don't need to request personnel at all in this case.
All right,
So
then all of those 4 rolls will be Medicaid.
All right. So, let's see what we can do, eh?
All right.
There you go.
So close on that one.
You're rolling?
Indeed, I am.
Ah, there they are. Roll 20 is a functional sign, everyone.
Being a little
There's
slow
got 3
for
rolls
you,
popped up at once. Yeah. All right. Excellent. I think in this case we'll treat it in the same way, only it is confined specifically to battalions that you are working with. So in this case, you have half of your wounded returned. 4 degrees, nearly a crit success on with a 6 out of 44. 100% of your wounded are back up on their feet.
Ah, so Patrice is fully recovered then.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And your resupply roll is still a commerce.
Yes, of course. Got that amended. And a commerce. And a fate.
Would you like to fate? All right. All right. I have note Patrice wounded to recover 100%. And 1 battalion of resupply.
All right. There we go. The basic Rex right there.
Very good. All right then. Coloradicus.
There's something kind of fun to think about, that the actual Syntagmatarchus himself is just wandering the Medicaid Bay, patching up troops.
Yeah, I can actually see that with his like perfect form and like
He's actually got
augmented.
Yeah, he's got like
surgeon stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like nanobots. Like he just he does the paladin thing. He just lay on hands and someone is cured.
Okay.
Right.
Coloradicus. We're going to do something similar. We're going to use the. Let's see. What do we have here? We have. Right. Okay. With the Adeptus Mechanicus contingent that's with us, we're going to do field repairs, which is tech use.
Yes, field repairs would be tech use.
So we're going to do just straight tech use, or would I get a bonus?
Well, let me check how your Colonel's tech use is.
It's pretty good.
No, not Ravensburg. Oh, right, the commanders. There you are. There's Stern. Loading. There we go. And tech use. Yeah, I'd say your tech use is good enough that it's flat.
Okay. Alright. We're gonna do this. And we'll do this.
It's the kind of thing of like if you had like no ticks in it and you ended up with like a 12, I'd be like, yeah, you should probably have some bonus because it's your value working. But in that case, no, it's good enough. All right.
And then we're gonna do one more. Okay.
All right.
So
Basically, you can distribute each of these 25% of your wounded, and you can distribute these amongst your battalions as you see fit.
okay, well, I with the reinforcements, we'll just say that now with the reinforcements I got and everything else, all my battalions are back to 100%.
All right, sounds good.
And then
because you only use 3, you have 3 resupply.
Okay. So I got to remember how to do this. Okay, so commerce for troops is at a -20 because of the few. Still pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you have the one for the commerce for your troops, then yeah, that is reinforcements, and then you have one more roll that's material.
Wouldn't I have 2 more? Because that's only.
Well, what I was saying was basically because the tech use also counts as your reinforcement rolls.
Right,
Basically,
I had 3 of them.
Yeah, but for the others, basically, if you took extra on reinforcement or your material rolls, you basically sacrifice an extra one of the other rolls.
Okay, fair enough. And then commerce for material. Let's see if I get anything here. Oh, come on! I gotta faith point that.
All right.
Wow.
I would say with that. Go ahead.
I just have to have like commerce. So I'll leave that as is.
Okay.
With
So
2
yeah,
degrees of
Stern is in a familiar position where he sends out a requisition and they say, yes, we'll get back to you on that. And then he never hears anything again.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Coloradicus grumbling.
Yeah. But your reinforcements are coming in. You got a full, in your case, company's worth of reinforcements. So, yay. At least you got more tanks and ammo that way.
Yeah.
We have received your request for...
Can you make note that these are actually going to be specialists, and they're going to be let me see, what should I do here? These are actually going to be specialists for another war front. And they're actually going to be stormtroopers, airborne stormtroopers.
Ooh.
Valkyrie deployed stormtroopers.
Your battalion doesn't have any aeronautica built into it. Or, sorry, yeah, your regiment doesn't have any aeronautica built into it, right?
No, but let me see what I have.
So,
my limit 1 unit doesn't really mention this, but I would argue that since I can have scions,
you get it from your home world.
Yes,
yeah,
I do. So could I make the argument that these scions are essentially air mobile?
So what I will say is you're definitely allowed to get reinforcements that are stormtroopers. Basically, it's a specialist battalion that you can send somewhere.
The
I will allow
Scion
that.
unit has a drop troop adjacent ability.
Yeah,
they do.
Yes,
Okay.
Tempest of War
in that
support
case,
ability. A divided unit of Scions may add its subunits to a unit in the field as per the drop troop unit's quick response force ability. They add 2 volume of las guns to the main unit.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. that being the case, then there is no issue with this.
Perfect.
It was more of a question of like, if you want to have the air units, I'd have to make you roll for it, for the air quality. But because that is true, the stormtroopers do have that as a built-in basic. Then yeah, we're all
You
good.
will have to divide them up and assign them to other
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that.
battalions. But hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. My air forces could use some ground pounders.
Yeah, I was. These were either going there or for the third combined unit in one of the other war zones. But since they've been requisitioned, they'll be going to probably Rasp's, one of Rasp's.
Well, you
unit.
you can split a unit into 5 parts if you're dividing it. So
Yeah.
4 parts
Okay, yeah.
could go to me. 1 part could be left for a combined unit.
Yeah, and is this okay? I'll just add this in to my spreadsheet, and yeah, we'll do that.
These will be here next command phase, right?
Correct.
Or yeah,
They have the requisition has been put in. If you, as the commanders, would, especially in something like this, you'd basically send a message like, "Hey, I got some specialists. Do you want any?" And they can kind of work through paperwork there.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, with that then, Maldine.
So, first up, I would like to requisition some troops.
All right.
Oh, also Paul, I can freely transfer forces between 2 battalions of the same type in the same location, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no penalties or anything for that.
Okay, then I have gotten one of mine up to full strength and left one of them drastically reduced with no ammo, but now everybody else is maxed on ammo and troops.
Excellent. Yep.
Alright, so commerce for troops. This is just generic reinforcements to start rebuilding that destroyed battalion. I am going to fate that. Commerce for troops.
Okay. Must really need if you're going to already fade it.
I am down a battalion, Paul.
Fair.
All
right.
Commerce for
yeah,
troops.
2 more rolls. Another one.
And then I would like to requisition to start getting another bomber battalion built up.
Ooh, okay.
that's a good idea.
Yep. All right, so I will put in a note here that you have 75% of a battalion reinforcements.
And I'll put that in my notes as well.
Because you got 3 total successes, so 25% each. No crits, so there's no any extras to that. And yeah, if you would like to roll another commerce roll for a new, basically get a new bomber specific setup. 3 degrees success. All right.
I assume
it's going to come
be
in
a new bomber starting at 75%.
That's what I was about to say. Is it's going to start at 75%, but next time you will have a new battalion of bombers. Would you like another roll? Would you like to sacrifice any of your?
No.
Extras?
I am pretty much going to have everything at full strength after this. Any more reinforcements for personnel can wait till next commander. I need to get an ammo stockpile going.
Yes, we have learned
both.
Because my air forces burn through ammo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ammo 1.
As a success. All right.
Ammo 2.
0.5.
Ooh. And is special equipment requested with one of these rolls, or is that separate?
That is a separate roll. We
Okay.
will get to that next.
I am not going to fate that because I've got a
Nice.
crit card.
Hey, crit success.
Let's go.
You called
Well
that.
done.
All right. So
No, it
normally,
had already processed on my end.
Hmm.
It had probably processed on my end, not propagated to y'all yet, so it sounded
Oh no,
like I was
it
silent.
propagated to me, so the audience knows.
in my side, it came in late. So, all right. So normally that is 6 successes is 3 battalions worth, but that is a crit 2, so that is effectively doubled. So that is 6.5 battalions worth of material and ammo. I think that's a pretty good stockpile right there. At
And
least starting out. You know.
it's only going to get
Not-
better once I finally manage to get my additional fusion reactors online to help with supplying my energy weapons.
Yep.
hmm
Because that's a project that I am working on. And
All right.
that's all my rolls for this phase.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Very
Nicely
good.
done.
And now we shall move on to special request, and we'll basically go down the same list as before. So, Einherjari, do you have any special requests?
I want my jumping tanks.
All right. We have 3 rolls for your special requests for special equipment and things. So, take it away.
Alrighty. Now I gotta ask because these are what were they again? They're extremely rare, weren't they? Yes, they are extremely rare. What
Yes.
negatives do I get for that?
Minus 40, I believe.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's this.
Never mind.
Hey, 2 degrees of success.
I get my jumping
Let me
tanks.
double check that.
It's
Let me double
flipped
check the
from
number real
mine.
quick.
I got a roll of a 2 with 6 degrees of success. You got a roll of a 6 with 2 degrees of success.
There we go.
Yep. Extremely rare is minus 40, so that is accurate. But with 2 successes, all right. I will say you get half a battalion's worth.
Alrighty. I'll make a note of that somewhere. And then I also want to get my ramming Valkyries going because I have 2 other rolls left.
Yes, you do, and that would be different. Yep.
Okay. So these are rare. That's a minus 20, isn't it?
Rare is a minus 20, yes.
Alrighty. Alright, let's try this again. Because I still have 1 more roll for this anyway.
You have 1 more roll. That is a success
A crit success.
of 2. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot of ramming Valkyries you got there.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say 3 battalions worth.
3 battalions worth. Okay.
Please tell me that you'll be playing a ramming Valkyrie in our arrow sessions whenever they
I will be. And my entire goal will be to melee down a fighter. That's going to be my entire goal.
All right, then. With that, let us move on to the Thrinos. Do the Thrinos have any special requests this week?
I don't think I have any special requests at this time. Just long-term projects.
Okay. As you have no special request, you can either get an extra roll for your special clocks, or I will let you have another reinforcement / resupply roll.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll get the extra long-term later. We're on that stage.
Okay. All right then. Well, quick, and simple, and easy. Coloradicus. Any special requests?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to trick out my Tempestus Scion detachment. Rasp, what do you think would be a good special weapon for / heavy weapon for the Scions? I'm thinking either a
I just want them to just be all packing hotshot volley guns.
Well, unfortunately, like that doesn't. I mean, it. In peace, it only adds +1 to the rate of fire. Doesn't do any more damage. But
True, but rapid fire is a pretty powerful ability in peace.
true.
And this is also adding these characters to the combined company when we eventually get to the Arrow combined company.
How about as the heavy weapon, slash special weapon,
Trying to think what I put on the Scion models that I made along. They were
yeah,
painted, but I didn't make them. I think I gave them the Melta.
yeah. I'm
The
thinking
Melta was really
Melta.
good at the time.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good pick, given that the forces they'll be attached to will be engaging Arrow units, which will probably be pretty armored.
yeah. Okay. So this is what is Melta?
It is very rare for Melta gun.
Okay, yeah, we'll just do Melta
Right.
gun. Very rare is
-30.
-30. Okay, and I'm not doing a. You know what? We'll just do -30. I'll make this complicated.
Oh, I skipped it. Yeah, very rare is -30.
All right. Could I argue that since I'm only doing technically a fifth of a company or a battalion, in my case, I'd get a bonus?
I'd say not because of that reason, but because they are stormtroopers. I'll
Okay.
give you a +5.
Okay, 25. That's fair. Oh, come on, bruh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You have 1 point of fate left. You can also re-roll that because you have 2 more rolls for this time.
Yeah. To be honest, like, man, what else can I use this on? Getting more supplies, I guess. It's the only thing I can really think about.
You can sacrifice the other 2 to get another resupply roll, or you can make 2 more rolls to get try to get the Melta gun. Yeah,
Go for Melta.
and that's without using any fate.
Yeah, I just reopened my roll 20. Let's see if that worked. I'm not superstitious. This just a little stitious.
I swear it resets the algorithm half the time.
Oh, it definitely resets
Probably
the
does.
algorithm.
Okay.
Definitely
Hey,
does.
there we go. There's a glut of Melta guns. Some of them even come in are specifically for mounting on your tanks if you want.
Best quality, artificial made, designed for small Astartes Melta guns.
I'm just putting down best quality Melta guns.
Yeah, which I think gives them like
for the that gives them +10 to hit and +1 to damage.
Cool.
On the small scale. On the macro scale, it's basically +1/+1.
That's fine.
All right, that's very good.
That's really good, actually.
All right.
And
Anything else you'd like to try and get?
not really. I'm kind of in the same boat as Valis. Once I got that, all I want is to get on to combat and other stuff.
All right.
And other stuff being like projects.
Yep. That will be what's coming up right after we talk to the Maldine. So All right, so
Alright, first up, I want, after the difficulties we had locating enemy targets last time, a gun ward Auspex from Potentium Gigantio. Which,
yeah.
ooh,
um,
okay.
it's a specialized Auspex that detects and identifies incoming small arms fire, allowing the crew of a vehicle to rapidly locate snipers, sharpshooters, and enemy anti-vehicle crews. If fired upon by snipers or hidden characters, the crew of a vehicle with this upgrade automatically know what direction the fire came from, give a plus 20 bonus to any test to locate or flush out their attacker. It is a minus 20 to acquire.
Is that because very rare or for some other reason?
That's just, it's a... The vehicle upgrades don't have a rarity listed, but its install difficulty is minus 20.
Ah, okay, okay. What is the standard Auspex rarity then?
Standard Auspex rarity tools. Auspex scanner is scarce,
Scarce.
which
okay.
I think is minus 10.
Yes. So, well, dang, that shoots my argument out of the water. I was going to say this is an upgrade, so it's one class higher. That's still minus 20, so it's like, oh, dang. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm fine with this being a minus 20.
I'm trying to find a way so you don't screw over my Dark Eldar so easily again. But yeah.
I'm gonna make the right tool for the job pitch that because we have started engaging Dark Eldar, this is a very much makes sense to requisition.
It does, yes. I will say it will be limited
And
numbers.
also,
but...
Mald Quartus and Mald Secundus specialize in Vox, Cogitator, and Auspex technology.
Yeah, that's the whole problem. Yeah, so you get the plus 10 for that.
To plus 10 total or plus 10 to the minus 20?
Plus 10 to the minus 20.
Minus 10, got it.
Yep.
And again, these are going to combine companies first.
Yeah, but I had so many ambushes planned.
I mean, ambushes still work. This only works if you shoot directly at my tank with the concealed enemies.
And don't kill you in one. Yeah. All right. So what was the name of those Auspex again?
They are Gun Ward Auspex.
Gun
Ward. Next, I would like to requisition my special drop armor.
Okay.
Which I believe we've decided is the same rarity as standard flak, just because it's a side grade, not an upgrade.
Correct.
And flak is scarce, which is again minus 10.
Correct.
So I will take the minus 10 on this. I will use my last roll to just try that again.
Okay. That is a 49 out of 43. That's an 84 out of 43.
Bro.
You do have fate, correct?
I do have 2 more fate. I'm going to use 1 more save 1 for the... Actually, did I spend a fate yet? Let's see. How many rolls did I do in one,
no,
two,
you did.
Three,
Wait.
or yes, I did because I did 7 rolls with.
That's right. Yeah.
Out of 6. So yes,
yeah.
I'm going to save 1 more fate for projects, and re-roll this 1 more time. This needs the minus 10 on it. It still is a success.
It is still a success.
Going to combine first.
All right, 2 degrees of success. That is your...
This is drop armor.
Home powder, drop armor.
It's
Combine.
it's flak that downgrades head and limb protection, but it's lighter weight and has an inbuilt grav chute.
All right, very good. All right, so with that, we move on to our special projects. So, I think might as well just continue going down the same way as before. So, Einherjari.
Okay, I need a clock for. I think I messaged this to you, Paul. I gotta remind myself how I phrased it. Let's see. Where is it?
So many messages.
I know.
It's been
This is the
so
problem
long.
about when I'm the editor and post things on the YouTubes. Let's see. Where is it? Because it was very important. Was it? Oh, there it is. Back up in November. Goodness. Let's see.
Well, we did
Here it
barely
is.
have any sessions in December.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right,
we skipped Thanksgiving and then December happened.
So I'm going to begin my outreach to the different raider clans within
Right.
Mald Secundus.
Right. So the size of this is going to depend on how focused you want to be on your efforts. Are you focusing on one of the wasteland areas, so the Glass Road, the Untamed Heart, or the Grass? Are you focusing on one or all three at the same time?
I think I'm going to focus on one at a time and just take it as it goes. And we're going to start with the
I'd say
Untamed Heart.
Untamed Heart. Yeah, because it
Okay.
borders two war zones.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. I will say that is a 6 o'clock. So... Oh dear, what did I just do?
And you could have some totally
I-
not
button.
brainwashed people from the raiders in that region
Yeah,
that
good.
the Sirens have made that are totally not brainwashed.
Oh, totally not.
All right. That is a 6 o'clock. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, Valis. Or whoever is putting out the clocks.
Is
All right.
All right, well, since this...
You can
I
also
first got to find these guys, don't
we can
I?
also remove the other. Well, yeah.
I'd say we
but
should
yeah,
leave
we can
up
remove
any
the 4
clocks
o'clock
that
there.
still have an ongoing effect.
Oh, yeah, that clock doesn't have an effect anymore. You're a rager. Legendary. I love it. All right, so we don't have any of these guys captured. What would be a good roll to begin with?
The Sirens do have some of them captured.
They do.
I would say you would need to speak with the Strategos first.
It's true, I would. Or I could try to find them on my own.
That is your call. That would depend on what kind of roll you need to make.
Let's see.
For this first roll, at least.
Yeah, finding it on my own would be awareness, wouldn't it? Could argue
awareness
for...
would probably be the best one, yeah.
Couldn't really argue for war, because unless I want to try to think my way through where they would hide. You know, I could logic my way through that and see if I know where they would want to hide. Where would make the most sense to hide.
Where would you hide if you were a raider?
Exactly. And seeing as I'm a Viking, I am a raider, I think logic makes sense. Any bonuses?
I will allow it.
Or...
let's see. You do not have any troops in the Untamed Heart at the moment.
Yeah.
So basically you're just going off a map intelligence. And if you're not going to be speaking with the Thrinos or the Rooks, who both have some forces currently in there, or you could speak with the Maldine or something. But if you're not going to be doing any of that, then it would just be flat.
It would just be flat.
Yep.
I would speak to my local advisor, but he only helps me, I think, on navigate surface rolls.
Ooh. I would say local advisor might be able to help a bit with
The
this.
local
So I would
advisor
say,
would probably know where trains are ambushed.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's a good
there-
place to
no,
start.
like, hey, we know they attack here, here, and here. So we suspect they have bases here, here, and here. They're just in the sand, and we can't find them.
All right. So
No.
yeah, I'll use the help of my local advisor to help me logic my way through this, then, if that's possible.
All right, then, plus 10.
All right. And I'm gonna fate that. Let's see.
By the way, Paul, I don't know when it happened or how,
There we
but the Rook supply base should be in the middle of this intersection. I don't know how it got moved or when, but it should be.
Yeah, I think someone just picked it up, carried it with the others that were there. That's fine.
Well, that's a 1.
There. That's a 1. That's basically an autocomplete.
Nice.
Nice.
Because 6 degrees of success, and you get extra bonuses. Yeah, you definitely know where they are, and yeah,
One of them comes to you.
Oh, good.
yeah. You start approaching, and one of them comes to you saying, "Okay, we saw the tanks coming through a while ago. We heard about what happened to one of the other raider camps. We would like to work with you to not get shot."
Perfect.
You look like people we can deal with.
Yes. How about a glass of ale? How about we share
And we don't.
and talk?
They will offer you a fun calf in exchange.
Yeah. No, we.
Feng
I-
Shine.
Funshine, yeah,
Yeah,
they have
Funshine. Yeah, but no, I will definitely start negotiating with them now that that's actually filled out. Now I have my raiders.
Yep.
Perfect.
And
Do I
that
have
was
more
your
rolls?
first roll for your first project.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
you
man.
may start another project, or you may work with the ones that are already on the board.
Yeah, you know what? Let's start another one. Where's another good place to get some raiders being legendary?
Glass
Um,
Road.
Glass Road?
Glass Road would be good. Yeah.
Why not? We'll work on the Glass Road now.
All right.
Because if we can get even intel on the Glass Road, that shores up an entire flank.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it'd be
I'll
great
say
to
that
get
this
stuff in.
is. Yeah, this is another 6.
Okay.
How would you like to go about this one?
Well, logic worked really well last time. I think I'm going to continue on that bend. Does me
Okay.
having a raider group now help?
I'm going to say no, only because that one was in the Untamed Heart, and
And this
there's
is on
not
the
a
other
lot
side
of
of it.
communication.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
I would
this is the
also
other side
say
of the
that you just got them, so they aren't integrated with your forces yet. Just
Fair enough.
to
Fair enough.
add
Yeah.
to what Paul's saying.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to use this as a flat then.
No, see, we raid Catonica, they raid Catonica.
Mm.
See, you see the difference?
Yeah, no, I see the difference. It's a rather
Alright.
boring difference, but
All
Also,
right,
Cata-
that's
sadly,
Order to
Catonica
step away
doesn't
for a second. What do
actually
we got?
order the Untamed Heart.
well, I'm getting my raiders. They're legendary.
Well, I got
Yep.
the first, so I'm at the newest roll.
That's 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees of success. So, yep, that's
4
4
ticks.
ticks.
Okay.
4 ticks.
And since I have another roll, I might as well just try to complete it.
Yep, go for it. That's a success. Isn't enough? All right. So this one did take a little bit more of a kind of working through.
Well, there's a
Your
force in the
troops-
way.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that's
that ends up being part of the logic you use to sell them on it. Like, hey, there's freaky shit happening. Help us and we'll protect you from the freaky shit.
Yeah, you're part of us now.
I'm actually going to do this real quick.
I
Let's
like
see,
that
I
you
need to
have
go-
the third track all ready to go, Valis.
Where are the?
You are
Actually, no. I could do this. Actually. Whoop, come on. Work with me. Work with me. Come on, roll 20. Work with me. I know it's difficult for you to do, but let's see that. There we go. We do copy. And we come down here. And we paste. Right here.
By the way, given that it was very recently mentioned that we need to start exploring around the map, I think these raiders should probably be on recon duty.
Oh, yeah. These guys are going to be on recon and raiding, as they do.
Let's see. What's 50, right? Total lights. I think I'm saying this up right. Yeah, there we go. All right, so down here in the Glass Road.
Oh, perfect.
The Einherjari now has a friendly village.
Nice. Very nice.
The first of many sieges.
They have been, I will say, just offhandedly, not kind of great intelligence that you're going to get the start, but they've definitely had some problems with orcs and gene stealers in the area. They don't seem to have encountered any chaos forces, but definitely have seen quite a few orcs that have been muscling in on their territory, so to speak. And a few things that you guys were able to quickly start. Oh yeah, those gene stealers.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, that's all I have.
No apparent that they've been like infiltrated, but their raiding groups have been clashing out in the Glass Road, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been getting worse as you guys have been pushing them back.
Alrighty.
Very good. That brings us then to the Thrinos.
All right.
Got some special projects for us today?
Indeed, indeed.
If you, depending on how many ideas you have, I was hoping to expand the GDF, and I could definitely use Thrinos' help on that.
I could hold something in reserve for that expansion, certainly.
You do have 4 rolls rather than everyone else, who only has 3. Do keep that in mind.
I would like to identify the war boss of the area.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now, when you say the war boss of the area,
War boss of the region, the big one.
of the orc,
The orc, yeah.
all right? Specifically of one of these war fronts, or
We're looking for the head honcho because we want to get rid of that eventually.
ooh, okay. That's going to be a little more difficult. I'm going to say that is a 10 club.
I imagine they're actually down on the world somewhere at minimum because they're orcs, so...
Well, that's something you have to find out.
Exactly, that's what we're looking for.
And what as you name this one? Who's the boss? There's a good name. Who's the boss? Where's the boss? All right. So, with this, awareness is a potential that you can roll with this. Logic is also possible. Tactica, if you have anything regarding the orcs, which I'm pretty sure you do not, because you're
No.
G-Stealer focused, I'd say that would probably be the most appropriate, but don't have that. So,
Well, we're quite logical. Logical could be an easy one for us.
I'd say most likely would be logical or tactical, because first you got to identify where they were most likely,
Alright, fair play.
as well as kind of like finding up any information about who's in charge. 5 degrees of success. That is 5 ticks on the clock.
Good start to that.
Yep.
Let's finish out identifying the boring commander.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's also kind of a logical thing there.
Yes, it is. Because this one is more sifting through reports, because it's 2 successes. All right. That is complete. And the information you find out, because boring commander, for this one, it was for the Gene Stealer commander, correct?
Yeah, it was attempting to find the head of the Gene Stealers in the Boring region.
Okay. You know that the leader of the G Stealers is not on the front lines at the moment, but you have identified where they are. They are in Catonica, specifically down here. Actually, I'll shift ping just in case.
Ooh, yeah.
Some other information that you find out is you would find out their name, which I've got to find real quick. Svevian. I will write that out for you.
All right, target sighted.
Yep. Actually, to give a little more detail, because at this point I figure you'd have captured you. The Thrinos have captured a lot of Gene Stealers and cultists at this point, especially in Boring in the Glass Heart, or sorry, Boring Warfront, Glass Road, Glass Heart, grief. But yeah, hi. So their full title is High Priest and Eugenicist Zevian.
I see.
And
And
this
their
is the leader of the
tactics...
orcs?
No.
Gene Stealers.
Oh, Gene Stealers.
No, these are the... This is the commander of the Gene Stealers in the Boring Warfront.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, the
Yeah,
orc
but-
one didn't finish, of course.
Yeah. Come back to that one.
Mhm.
Also, don't
so
forget
yes.
your passive intelligence tick if you have an advisor that gives you it.
I do, in fact, have a passive tick, but I'm holding on to it.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
my next project...
Other information that you would find out, you found out basically their location. Where exactly in the manufactorium there, you don't know. But you do know that they have a particular tactic for trying to lay ambushes as well as subterfuge within enemy lines.
Hey, Paul, I have a question about that manufactorum.
Yeah.
How big is it?
Big.
Namely, would a lance strike from orbit take out the whole place?
Yeah. Not that big. It's not a hive city where you need multiple.
Found your new target.
Because my lance strike ability just came back online this turn.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
The way that works out, I like the idea of returning on just walks into the meeting. I've identified the location of the Gene Stealer commander in the Boring Warfront. It is here. And he just walks out again.
Okay.
I'll use my one free tick on the orc finding as
Okay.
well. Because I realize my next project is not going to be intelligence related.
All right.
Just keep in mind, Space Hulk research is also intelligence related.
That's true.
At the moment,
Not my
yes.
concern. Not my concern.
All right. So you do have 2 more rolls.
Yep, I've got one
You
more
probably used
for another personal project, and then I'm going to be saving the last one for whatever the new Genetic Defense Force expansion might be.
Okay.
So we'll come back to that after Rasps pass. But first off is I would like to do something skullduggery-like.
All right.
You know, I recently had there was this big ammunition mix-up and everything. That
And
totally
there's no-
wasn't a mix-up.
See if you can get that ammo to the rooks now.
No. That's a good idea. I'm putting that in the pocket for later.
I was going to say, there's now a forest on Mount Secundus that none could grow before. It's impressive.
I want to send sirens to secure cities, and I want them to act as rallying people to make PDF forces appear.
Ooh, okay.
I want to infiltrate friendly lines to make civilians rise up.
Okay. Same question that I had for Mr. Nunn earlier. How targeted do you want this to go? Do you want like particular of the city states, for lack of a better term, or are you
Territorial cities.
territorial cities? Thank you. Are you going like certain territorial cities? Are you going across the entire planet? How you want to focus this?
Can I have it as a lump sum clock with milestones start crop ups in single cities at a time?
If you were going for the entire thing, yes, that's how I would be doing it.
That's how I want to do it.
Okay, then. I'm going to say this is going to be a big clock because there's a lot of places you can go. So this is going to be. We have a step below 20, right?
15.
We have for 15. This will be a 15 clock then. The other thing I will say about this is, if you want to be very dedicated to this, you're going to have to sacrifice a battalion. Do you still have some in reserve?
Can I get a bonus for sacrificing a certain battalion?
Which one?
The one that will make Rasp angry.
So
No.
I will. So this is sacrificing my own battalion, obviously.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
get them
basically,
back at the end. They're not dying. They're just not usable.
correct. Basically, it's one of your battalion groups. Basically, is stuck until this clock is finished. But by doing this, you will get milestones.
I will commit Corina, which is my abhuman auxiliary that are the Siren superiors.
The one that
Ooh.
will make Rasp angry.
The actual Sirens.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Which means currently they're just working in a support role. They're supporting other battalions, so I'll just remove their support abilities.
Yep.
And commit them.
Yep. Basically, they are pulled off the front lines and sent to go back into the cities to recruit.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
So what about is the roles and the progress for these actions?
That's a very good question, and I'm going to pull up a character sheet so I can figure that out. Charm is a potential. Doesn't quite feel right for this.
I think Charm is very applicable to the forces that have been deployed.
That is true.
It's just I wouldn't be rolling it off of on-to-on sheet if it's a charm roll.
Yeah. Command is a possibility of command is possibility, but you're going to be taking penalties because there's literally Maldine right there who are trying to do recruitment in the same way, and they actually have full. They can draft anyone at any point, you know.
Right.
Intimidation, although you're going to have some problems coming up from that. Let's see.
Common Lore, Imperium, or Imperial Creed?
Possibilities, although as organicist, do you have anything that's not Mechanicus?
No.
I mean, Mechanicus could also help. There's a significant Mechanicus contingent on Mald Secundus.
Could I potentially... that Mechanicus play is possible, but could I roll conversion but with fellowship instead of intelligence? Because intelligence is to convert with a brute force converter. That's the standard usage of it.
Mm-hmm. But with fellowship, and you get no bonuses from using the item, of course, because you're not using it. But I would say that that would be feasible.
All right. Check that roll. Yeah, that's probably my best and most logical route to take, at least using my proper commander sheet. At this rate, I should design the major who's in charge of Corina and have them be rolling for this project.
I will say that would be a good thing.
for next
That'll be
time.
a good thing for next time. Yeah.
Yep.
Right now, use Onto-On.
All right, on. We'll roll a conversion modified by fellowship. So the nice way.
Yep. Trust me, if it was the mean way, bad stuff would happen. Ooh, 19 out of 53. That is 4 degrees of success. Very good.
Wow.
That's 4 ticks on the clock. And let's see. 15. One moment, I need to do maths in my head.
Of course.
All right, so I'll say at every 3, some form of milestone will occur. Maybe good, maybe bad. It's going to progress everything, though. So with that, I will say one battalion of PDF specifically. Maldine PDF is raised. And it would be one of the war fronts you're closest to. So boring or Gloomhome?
I was gonna say boring. Like the big central city in boring.
Yeah. You have been doing a lot of work right there already. So yeah, Central City and boring. A new PDF regiment is raised. But purely from civilians. Well, former civilians now, but
There's a sudden influx of interest in joining the Guard.
yep.
I think honestly, send them to battle group up with my sappers and logistics just to reinforce that border.
Well, they are, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Maldine. So
Yeah,
they're
so
yours.
I guess that's what I will be doing with them.
Yeah. All right.
Don't get mad at me. I'm giving you more toys to play with.
All right. So that is 3 rolls.
Yep, and the last one's being saved for after Rasp.
Was being saved. Very good. In that case, then we will move on to Coloradicus.
Okay.
What special projects do Coloradicus have for us today?
Am I purple? Is that mine?
Correct.
Okay.
Because the Thrinos, you and the Thrinos both share red, so we gave red to the Thrinos and purple to you, and so it was a special color for you.
Right. Tanks go only 3 burr.
I think that was an infrastructure project.
Yeah. Special projects.
Yes.
None are really springing to mind for me.
Right. You can
think-
contribute. You can contribute to the checking for scrap genes, as well as the Space Hulk research, and if you would like to, also finish out the tanks go only 3 burr.
And the Bloody Claim.
Bloody Claim, yeah.
Oh yes, and Bloody Claims.
So I'll do the Bloody Claim, checking for scrap genes, and tanks go burr.
Okay. So checking for scrap genes, that's going to be awareness or scrutiny. Same with the Bloody Claim one. And tanks go burr, I believe, was some form of logic.
Tank stuff, I think it was. No, it was because it was logic / logic.
It's like logic or tech use.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
because
do
that was an infrastructure project.
Yeah, I'll do that one first. Okay, 4 degrees. I think that should finish it.
Yep, definitely finishes.
Okay, good. We have good logistics all the way through.
Yep. So the rail line through the Untimed Heart is basically entirely under guard control at the time, specifically Coloradicus. There's also a lot of extra infrastructure and logistics that's been kind of brought up through Gloomhome, and starting to move into Bloody Claim to kind of get that frontline support. So
Good.
the back is protected, basically.
All right, and then we'll just do this just so we can visually see it. Then perception, you said, or scrutiny.
scrutiny, awareness can work for checking for scrap genes because that's like a whole area thing. Bloody claim is specifically scrutiny. Specifically, if you're looking to purge in the city, that is going to be scrutiny because you're trying to scrutinize the people going through. The scrap genes can be awareness or scrutiny because you're just trying to find, are there gene stealers here? We've had reports. We are very suspicious, but we can't find them.
Okay, for scrap genes, I'll just roll awareness.
Okay. 4 degrees of success. Add 4 to that clock.
And then scrutiny for the last one.
Okay.
Can I get a bonus on this roll because I'm committing so much resources?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm essentially committing half of the Coloradicus.
I'd say, yeah, your battalions are effectively locked in until this is done, so that's kind of the same as what, actually worse than what Valus is doing. I will say plus 20.
I mean, would it also help that all of my units are in full support of his and are also locked in?
No, because you're partially under scrutiny right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Once you're cleared, it
quarantine patient.
Yep.
Do you happen to know if you're sick or not?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Alright, so that is 4 added there. And that is another 4 added here. Alright.
Cool. That's... Yeah, I don't... Oh,
So with this...
Hold on. My chief of staff says you may maintain 1 additional long-term project slot. So since I didn't really pick anything, can I make another roll or just...
That means you can have more active projects, not more rolls per.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, basically, most people can only have 3 active projects at once. That gives you a 4th one.
Okay, that's fair.
That is not that's not one of the general ones that's available to everyone.
Right.
Do you have anything that gives a passive tick in Intel?
I think I might.
Have you got a spy master or a cryptographer? I think are the 2.
I do not.
Okay.
Nope,
Yeah.
Oh well.
So what I will say to give you a bit of an update, your scrap genes, the scrap genes project is yes, there's definitely evidence of gene stealer activity around here, possibly closer than you realize. I'll just say this manufactorum and this city up here, very sus, very very sus.
Okay. Well, I'll get to those when I can.
All right. The other thing is with Bloody Claim, Einherjari. Give me a... Well, you're not deceiving.
Willpower, I think.
I think, yeah, just straight willpower would probably be best.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, I still have 2 fate points left, actually, so I'm going to fate that.
You may spend a fate point on this, yes.
Yay.
That's a 3.
Okay, good.
Crit success. Okay. The good news is enough has been passed. Your forces have been passed through, and the area you have subdued is cleared, and the Einherjari themselves have been essentially cleared.
Okay, good.
So your forces will not be available on this first turn, but that's a crit success. So second turn, this turn, basically they're free to move.
Okay.
Sorry, second round. Second round, they are free to move.
Does that include half standing down here?
Yes.
Plus, we got our reinforcements because of that.
Yes, it does.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So again, you can put them in now, and round 2, they can start moving and doing things.
Perfect.
The way that I'm visualizing this is
we kind of go to their positions, and after the priests and commissars
And
check them over,
shamans and-
yeah, the Coloradicus get on the Vox and like wave in the next the hovering or the loitering Valkyries,
Hmm.
and you get your reinforcements.
Perfect.
Yep. Very good. All right. So that is the Coloradicus plans done. Excellent.
Mhm.
We will finish up with the Maldine. What y'all up to?
All right, straight up, gonna get those fusion reactors online if it takes all 3 of my rolls, because I want that additional ammo trickle.
All
That's
right.
really smart.
Homegrown fusion reactors. You got 3 ticks to get to finish it up.
And I'm gonna just
I believe we have tech use for this.
tech use. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that applies here. I think it's really just tech use.
Yeah.
Can I argue operate aeronautica, because enough of it has been set up, what's left is figuring out the feed systems into the aircraft.
It is over halfway. I will say that is acceptable.
All right.
Perfect.
There
3
you
degrees,
go.
3 successes.
My passive intel tick is going into spot the spikes.
All right.
And I am starting as a universal project. Basically the same thing that happened with the Siren Song, just a planet-wide mobilization of a new specialized PDF branch for the expanding the genetic defense force, basically making it so that any PDF unit has specialists that can seek out corruption.
Ooh, okay.
Specifically Gene Stealer corruption, because that is the origin of this. I'm sure it will be another project for them to spot chaos corruption.
Yes. So Chaos and G-Stealers would be separate because you're looking for 2 very different things. Because you are trading PDF rather than having the Thrinos specialists.
Starting from the Genetic Defense Force core, and the Thrinos will be assisting with training the expanded Genetic Defense Force.
Yes. What I'm going to say is, though, because you're trying to trade regular people, not Thrinos who basically already know what they're doing, this is going to be harder. The Thrinos can contribute to this.
The original Genetic Defense Force was with PDF trained by the Thrinos as well. This is just expanding what we already have.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to lower it even less than I was going to. So this will be a 10 clock.
Okay. With, I assume, milestones for, like, theaters?
Yes.
Sounds good to me. And I want this as a universal clock that anybody can add to, particularly the Thrinos.
Okay.
And I am going to roll on that with a Tactica, I think, just for figuring out how to organize units and stuff like that.
Tactica is acceptable.
I am going to use my last fate.
Oh, brother.
Good use of it. Good use of it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Deletes
sure that...
the genetic defense.
No, I think that 100 means the genetic defense force forms and it's infiltrated by Gene Stealers.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what was going to happen. Yes.
Wow, they're all really good at it already.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
3-Armed Steve over there is so great at finding them. He's
Yeah.
so
Wait a
good.
minute.
Let's not mention about 12-toed Tony there.
All right, that is 1 degree of success with a 46 and 48, so that is 1 tick added. Very good. Thrinos, you have 1 extra roll that you would like to make?
Ah, yes. To aid in doing the things of which we do goodly.
Yep.
So we're, in this case, Would my forbidden lore be applicable?
Absolutely, because this is again specifically for gene stealers. So
All right, let's have a go at it. Well, I have
Success.
fate.
I mean,
That's
it's
true.
the last roll for you, your commander directly, right?
Should be.
yep.
She was not kind, though.
Oh, went from 1 degree of success to 2 degrees of failure. Oh. Oh well.
Mm.
Too focused on getting the other projects done.
If only I could spend another point of fate.
And also,
Yep, you have 1 roll left. Right,
I
specifically.
would like to basically reorganize Rich Delve's Air Mobile PDF to get more scout planes in the air in the region.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Rich Delve would have quite a bit of aeronautica. So basically, you're taking civilian planes and using them as scouts.
Yeah,
Or,
basically
sorry, civilian
taking-
ornithopters. Sorry,
taking civilian thopters, putting PDF pilots who lost their combat thopters in the original siege in the seats, and giving them the best aspects we can scrounge up.
Okay.
And
that's...
Rich Delve is a relatively rich city, so this is probably this is the city where all the rich people have their manor houses, so they
Yeah.
probably have some decent ornithopters that we can conscript.
Yes. I was also going to say, because this place is also so isolated, there's quite a few ornithopters that would be here just naturally. So I'm going to say that this is a fairly easy. This is going to be a 6-tick clock.
All right. And I'm gonna just say this is command. This is just exerting authority as an officer of the guard in defense of the planet. Just
Okay.
to say, you're giving me your resources, and I'm putting them to use as I see fit.
It's basically, hey, we own this now. All right.
And could I argue that the fact that the Prospect family comes from Rich Delve would give me a bonus here? They know the families that will be receptive. They know the families that will resist. They know where to get materials to re-equip the Thopters.
Well, Mercy hasn't been gone for too long.
Nor has Zoe.
Zoe's been away for a few years at this
That's
point,
true.
so
But
things may have changed. But
Zoe
Mercy
also
has only been
still
out...
has, the family manor and all of, the staff and other family members that live there at her disposal.
Yes. Yeah, she's literally, that's where her base of operations is right now. I'll give a +5 for it.
I'll take a +5. Not a crit failure. So the clock is created, but no ticks in it.
Correct. That's a 93 out of 58, so not a crit failure. Basically just means started, no progress.
That's fine. I've got my steady ammo supply up.
Okay. As everything gets reorganized.
And that's everything for my project rolls.
All right, then. Very good. I will say, at this point, there was a one message that does come in for the commanders, that there's been some reports from the Eye, specifically, and the observatory that is there. They haven't mentioned what the information is, but they said that they've uncovered some very vital information regarding the War of the Void right now in orbit.
Okay.
And the information is being delivered to you guys right now. They're taking it in multiple channels. They're taking multiple routes. It will arrive to you guys soon.
this is essentially the setup for the player session that we just did.
Correct.
Okay.
Um,
I assume we'll figure out the outcome of that next commander phase.
as I will just say now, as nobody clicked anything on the Space Hulk, yes, you'll find that out next time. Nobody made any progress on that clock, so you find out that information next time.
And also, can I just declare my Lance Strike now at the end of the commander phase on that Manufactorum where an enemy commander is known to be?
Well, my first question before we get to that is, it is currently 10:02 Central Time. How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I'm
Good.
feeling good.
Good. Everybody good to continue?
I can continue.
I feel
All right, then.
great.
All right, then we will move into at least one round of combat. So yes, Rasp, if you want to take that orbital strike.
Do I need to roll anything for that? Or since it's a orbital strike on a fixed target that's not expecting an assault, that it just hits?
Oh, it definitely just hits, but I would like you to make a luck roll to see just how effective it is.
Sounds good.
Jesus.
Nice.
Nice, but also...
Nice.
Ooh, scatter.
Oh, taking into account on what the actual degrees of success for this is. Because target isn't actually 50. Target is something in War Master's mind.
Yeah. I figure it wouldn't scatter. It's basically how much of the commander and their staff is actually in the facility when it hits. Because I figure a lance strike at a known fixed position, that fixed position is gone. It's just, did it take out the enemy commander?
Yeah.
That works.
It's like, yeah, no, it hits. Everything there is destroyed. What is actually there to be destroyed? That is the question.
And yes, audience, I know I have been very fixated on preserving Maldine infrastructure. The assumption here is that a facility that a Gene Stealer cult commander has set up in is lost.
Yeah.
If the commander didn't die, you sure put the fear of the God Emperor in him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they, as far as they knew, were pretty safe, and then their favorite house just got nuked from orbit.
'Tis the only way to be sure.
This is very true.
Yeah.
All right. With that, let us move on to the Bloody Claim Warfront, and let's start a round of combat. Starting with the movement phase. Again, Coloradicus Green has already moved. The Cuskas and the Einherjari, which are Battlegroup Orange, they're stuck in place for this turn or this round. So Battlegroup Blue, Coloradicus, y'all are still fighting some G Stealers and Orks up in that city.
Yeah.
And you've got
as
reports.
Request,
Yep.
Can we delete the destroyed units?
Oh, sure.
Move them off to the side is what we've been doing.
Yeah. So I think
but yes.
2, 8.
Yeah, I will move these out of the way.
How long can a unit move along the rail now?
A lot.
Yeah, quite a bit. Let's see. It's been so long, I actually forgot how long the original route.
It was like 4 times.
Yeah. I think now, with the logistics upgrade, and because it is specifically all for Imperial Guard use at this point, I will say that basically in the Untamed Heart, the rail system, say 6 times.
Alright, I'm moving the Rook logistics sapper pair up so that they can start connecting up the newly captured hub to the logistics network.
Okay.
They're basically building a logistics hub where they are that will link down to the one that we just captured.
Excellent.
And that Thrinos one should be switched to Rook and switched to permanent. Because they did just finish up on that.
Oh no, wait, that was originally established by the Thrinos.
It was originally established by the Thrinos, but the Rooks came in and turned it from a temporary FOB to a full-on logistics hub.
That is correct. Okay, yeah. We shall just admit it. All right. All right.
Blue is all set.
All right. Blue, you made all your movements.
Yeah, and we're investigating the factory, manufactorum.
Yes. So second company and what else is down there? Third company.
Mhm.
I would like both of them to make an awareness, and because you are more aware of what you're looking for, you'll get an extra +1 for it.
Okay. So one of them. All right. So let me just see. That is.
Oh, I just noticed the name of that project, Valis.
I have
That's
to go AFK
great.
for a moment. Oh yeah, it is good.
Okay. 1 second. Let me just see here.
Yep.
That's. That and that. You said. So.
So second and third company.
Yep. This is second. That barely succeeds,
Okay.
and that fails. Okay, so third company has no idea what's going on. Second company barely succeeds.
And they failed their stealth. So GM layer. I get to move this down. Good layer. All right. There is a Gene Stealer, quote unquote, armored division.
Mechanized.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, the Hexagon is mechanized. But yes. They are positioned right here specifically.
Mm.
And you are free to engage. And I'm going to say at this point, the other thing about this is they are currently holed up inside the Manufactorum.
Mhm.
Normally, this would be a problem, but this is a Manufactorum that stands on its own. It's basically a small city unto itself. And so we have one of those wonderful 40K movements where the tanks are driving down while the factory is trying to make output. And there's a massive war happening inside the factory building.
Mm-hmm.
And this image is why I love 40K. All right.
Let me see how to do this again. Every blade time. Right. Go to macros.
While we're getting that done, I think this is the only combat that needs to be resolved at this turn, correct?
Yeah. There's also combat for the green battle group. There's still some chaos needs to be dealt with.
Yes, I forgot about those guys. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well.
So I would just say, Thrinos, if you would like to move your forces down there, feel free.
Oh, that's not great, but
11 successes.
Okay. And since this is armored, I don't think it's armor. I'm going to say, oof. I'm going to say,
the orcs missed everything.
Oh wow.
Oh, so this is third and second battalion against the Gene Stealers.
Oh, okay. I was going down the list from top to bottom, but
okay.
I guess this Gene Stealers, I will go ahead and give them as well. They are at full strength, and they're going to be targeting
vehicle weapons.
They're going to be targeting second company.
That's fine. Let's see. That bounces off.
Target armor 5.
Give me a second to.
I mean, it practically bounces off, but
I think that's mostly going to go to wounded.
Yeah.
Dealer.
So these guys are at.
I think Russ chassis is armor 6.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So that's already down to 10. And then you've got pretty good toughness on your units, right?
I have really good toughness. I've got did I not add? Hold on. What's the standard toughness for armored? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I've got +1, so I've got toughness 3.
And that was 4 hits. All of that, you take 10 wounded on second company. No KIA. Or destroyed, in your case.
I'll just keep it the way it is then. So that's that, and then I have to do another thing, which is
Actually, I need to do this real quick for them. Because that's a 90. That 90 goes all the way through because they only have target armor 4.
The question is, how dug in are they? Because if they're really dug in, that makes it harder to break and run.
I have something else for them.
Apparently, they're very dug in.
Okay. I'm
Actually,
not
wait, no,
finished.
that's a failure.
This gets better.
All right.
So that was.
So they go hide in the rafters of this manufactorum. Hey, while
By
we're
the
waiting
way, I
for...
have moved all Maldine units that are moving.
I should actually move my Einherjari units that can move.
That's another 79. Target armor 6.
Pause any additional damage that you have because that I had them roll their willpower. They made a 9, so they failed. So they were going to attempt to run. But because of that, they also take the morale damage for any spillover. 79 means that they go to 0 morale.
Good.
Oh, wow.
You may capture prisoners, or you may execute them at your leisure.
Is this our first morale kill?
I
This
think
is a-
so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Briefly, any that surrender are immediately gunned down, and or crushed under the treads of the Coloradicus tanks.
Alright.
These things are beneath our contempt.
I don't think there's a single regiment here that would take Gene Stealer cult prisoners.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
No.
Because
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
even the Thrinos, that's their hated enemy.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only one that might would be mine, but no, we wouldn't.
Okay, I am
They're not
going
really worth it.
to. Yeah, I'm gonna target. I'll just stay over there. Now that I know what I'm doing, and remember what I'm doing, I'm gonna have one. I'm gonna have 4th and 1st company target Gene Stealer 1.
Okay, so the other Gene Stealers that were in the assault cars
Did less damage.
they did less damage, and they only had a target number 2 weapons. They didn't have las cannons.
Okay, so that literally doesn't even
Yeah, that doesn't even scratch the paint.
Okay.
All right, so
Were
you got
they
13
in?
successes. So you got this group here, 1 that are Gene
And
Stealers.
they're and mechanized.
Yep. And you've got mechanized orcs here, 6.
Let's see here. What do I want to do?
Keep in mind that the Gene Stealers in this mechanized group here are strong at higher health than the orcs.
Okay. I will do. Are these mechanized open top?
Yes, they're assault cars.
Okay.
So
Basically, they're
blast
Taurus.
applies.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll do.
34, and then blast is another. What is it?
Target armor 5.
Blast is an extra D10 per hit.
Okay, and I did. Okay, so that's another 3d10.
Yep.
So I'll just roll
Just roll 3d10 more.
11. So that's 45.
45. All right.
And then
They're still
so
up.
that's and then
That does
I'll
not
do-
cross their damage threshold for force them to make a willpower.
no, I didn't think
Yet.
so. What else should I do? I'll do demolisher cannons. Or you know what? I'm gonna stop playing with my food. Yeah, I know.
By the way, Paul, if you want to look up in the grasp, my aeronautica is doing slow, fuel-conserving, good visibility surveillance passes over the terrain between the city and where they are now in both locations.
Okay.
Basically, I want to spot anything that would have been in... Because I know Aeronautica has a laser-focused view cone. Basically, I want to see anything that they would have seen in their entire range doing surveillance passes.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Nothing else there. Oh, actually, these guys aren't here anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Now they're dead. And that's
Yeah. Target
That's-
armor 8. Yeah, no, they have no chance. They're gone.
Let's,
G-Stealer's dead.
And they don't even get a break because the orcs cut off their escape route.
Yep.
The orcs now technically have a way out.
and then I'm gonna attack the orcs.
Which is also a good reason to hit the Gene Stealers first, because the Gene Stealers are more likely to break and run than orcs are.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's true.
They have a
let's
much
see.
much
7,
higher threshold. Lower threshold.
6.
Hey,
They have a much threshold.
much threshold. Yes.
Yes.
Much threshing of the hold.
Many wow. So while all the rolls are happening, out of curiosity,
Ooh,
nice.
ooh, 16 successes.
Where is my group of raiders in the Untamed Heart? I know where the ones are for the glass
Ooh.
robe, but not the Untamed Heart.
Ooh, that is a good thing. I should do that for you.
Oh yeah,
let's
speaking of the Glass Road, my air superiority over in the Glass Road is also doing surveillance passes.
Okay,
Although
I will take that.
they may have to roll awareness because they're trying to spot any enemies that survived in the forest.
All right, roll your damages, Dad. That is Coloradicus grumble speak for I'm on it.
Mhm.
I'm working on it. Give me a minute. And I am not clicking on that because I'm on the wrong map layer. This explains a lot. Yeah, they no longer exist. they are completely exploded off of the map.
So okay, then finally, onto the green side. So 11, 14, and 5th Artillery are going to target 6. And then I'm gonna move this here just so because there was okay. All right. So I'm gonna fire
Mr. Nunn?
Yes. Oh, awesome.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
5th Artillery is going to target 7. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Battlegroup Green is now working, and yes. You have several that can
Battlegroup
attack
Orange
7
is in there as well.
Orange has been
Yes.
told to stand down, though. They're not going to do anything this turn.
I mean, would they have been told to stand down until the battle was actually completed?
That's a good question.
No, because they're also stuck in. So no.
That's true. We are stuck in. So, all right.
Honestly, shoot arch enemy cultist in face is pretty good way to prove loyalty.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
All right. So, I believe they all have. What is that?
I mean, they do say that chaos is worse, enemy is other chaos. So,
Yeah,
I don't
that is
know.
true. Yeah, that's true.
But if I don't listen to Suffer Not the Heretic, aren't I just as bad? Now I'm in a catch-22.
Listen,
All right, what am I rolling for this
Basically,
again?
Imperial logic. There is no way to prove your innocence unless somebody decides you are innocent.
Okay. All right, so which macro am I pressing for this again? It's been forever.
We don't use the complex macro anymore.
Well, I
you
know
want
I
You
have.
want the battle group macro.
I have.
Yeah.
So this is combined command. That's right. How much do the Cuskas have? Because they would join in the shooting as well.
They still only have 10 weapon volume. They just have a lot of
Okay, so
padding
10,
to protect
20,
that weapon.
30, 40.
They're on
50.
109 out. They're on 109 out of like 400. So they still have their 10 weapon volume.
Goodbye.
Okay.
6.
And
Okay, pause 1 moment because I want to explain something. The Vanquisher cannon just did 142 damage to the remaining Cornite armor that's here. Number 6. Number 6 was
nowhere to run, even if they were going to run.
Well, they
had, like,
couldn't.
1 health left.
They couldn't run. Yeah, no, they had 16 points of health remaining.
Hey, there's no kill like overkill.
Yes.
There is nothing but blasted scrap left.
4.
I don't think the scrap is even there at that.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, we'll do 4.
The Coloradicus were so effective at destroying the heretic that they have purged anything. Every molecule has been eliminated from the universe. They have somehow defied the laws of the universe and have literally destroyed matter.
Yes,
And
yes, they have.
because these are Cornet cultists, that pleases their patron as well.
Damn it!
Inferno cannon. That's right.
They are going to make an attack. Their last feeble attempt against
Their
11th Company.
2 volume?
1.
Where's that?
1, yeah.
I thought
there
it was
is.
round up.
7 successes.
No, they only had 1 success.
5.
Oh, they only yes, but it was
I
with
rolled for
2
them.
volume. It was with 2 volume.
Yeah, they rolled for 2 volume. They got 1 success.
So they
Yeah,
fired 2 volume, but only 1 volume hit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not the best roll. That's
let's
against
see,
Red
that
7
is-
here.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
think Seven
back.
is just going to get blasted from all sides until nothing is left.
That's
honestly.
true. I got another set of missiles coming his way in a second. I'm just curious if that was enough damage to clear.
Allow me to get my damages before we finish that. But that is the damage against 11th Company, 7, target armor 4. So that was the feeble attempt that was made to attack. 7, being infantry, and starting at full strength. They have not taken any damage this entire time.
Does Flame do anything for that?
Yeah,
It's
if
an
it's
ability, or they take the damage again next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, let's see. Yeah, despite rolling 10, they only had 1 success.
And now,
dice, man.
let's see, Gearing. How much? I know you have full
So-
ammo now, but
actually not going to do that. Actually, I
Side
have to re-roll.
successes.
Yeah, ignore my latest roll. I forgot what I had
let's see
loaded.
These guys, that's right.
Well, you know what? Blood for the blood god, skulls for his throne. They're going to go out in a blaze of swordy glory.
And then burn to death next turn.
No, I'm probably gonna blow them up.
Let's see. Target armor.
I don't think they're going to
is
get next
1.
turn.
They really
If they
aren't.
do, they burn to death next turn.
3d10. Use weapon.
Rasp.
Yes.
I would like you to give me a luck roll.
Sure.
This is going to be a 50-50. Okay,
We
they
take
do
an
not
18.
target the. They do not target the Maldine PDF. They target the Cuskas, their sworn enemy that they have been trying to destroy this entire time.
They might get the Cuskas under 100%.
No, they don't.
They don't.
I'm not even sure if that does anything to the Cuskas.
What's their armor?
Let's see, there was that air cav.
No, it's their infantry.
That was their infantry.
Deployed infantry.
Flak is, I believe, TA2 or armor 2.
They've got armor 3 on
It is.
their
They've got
cavalry.
armor 3. Okay.
So that is 2 minus 5, so 3 points of damage go through.
2
And
points
that's gonna
at
get
3.
soaked by toughness into wounded.
Yeah, they've got
Yep.
3 toughness.
But that brings their total effective force to 107. No, sorry, 106.
Wow.
So they're still above 100.
They're still above 100.
I'm pretty sure 7's wiped out now. We just sent some Hellstrike missiles
Yeah.
into him. Another battle cannon sent into him as well. I mean,
I would like to double check. You said Hellstrike missiles is 63, 49 of Cordite infantry, or wait, sorry, battle cannons. Yeah, no, they did. they
they had nowhere to run anywhere.
They got armor 1. They ain't got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna move those.
Congratulations,
to the
the
side.
cities are purged.
Good.
Which one is armor again?
We don't know about the outlying rural areas, but the major hive cities and population concentrations have been effectively purged. Fighting is done there.
Good. Can I move 6 and 7 to the scrap pile?
Yes, you may. You can also move the other 3 up top as well.
Paul, over in the glass road, do you want me to roll an awareness for Group G?
Remove that.
Before we get to that, let's double check. That is everything in Bloody Claim at the moment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's visible to players.
Yep.
I will
I believe...
put that my anti-air is moving with the super heavy,
Oh.
just providing an escort.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that I went ahead
That's
and moved it up.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. That is basically 1 day of movement, and then basically 2 more days it'll be here. Actually, 1 day it'll be here. 2 days it'll be here. So, yeah. If you
And
want
it
to
has
go there.
anti-air cover from my forces now.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think I'll probably just plop it like here, because
All right.
hopefully it can take advantage of the
Highly damaged manufactorum.
Yeah.
yeah.
But hey, at least that one didn't get lance striked.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right.
Okay.
So, moving over to the boring front, which is very quickly becoming a bad name because we're currently fighting in Catonica in the glass room. But,
I
All
mean,
right,
we're still
uh,
basing our forces out of boring.
Mm.
Should we move this to the swords?
Is there anything that I left it on movement
Oh.
because I didn't know if there's anything anybody else wants to move. But I guess everybody else is kind of locked in a furious melee down to the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any move. I could technically move Thebe, but I don't know if I want to move Thebe. They're kind of puppy guarding the edge of the forest there.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So, let's see. These guys... Right. I actually need to delete them, because these went away. So, right.
There's something under that air superiority in the forest.
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh, it's also dead. Okay.
Yeah. Anything in the forest at this point, it no longer exists.
Well,
Because
alright.
the forest ate them. The kite-eating tree won.
Dang, I wasn't expecting it to be that effective, but I'll take it.
They didn't have a lot. They could... I'll say most of their forces were, made up of... They'd sacrificed to get the demons. They were really powerful. And the demons saw the death trees and just went, oh, now we out.
Okay.
They lost control. Things happened. The trees are happy.
I just need to confirm a thing
all you
real
said.
quick.
Yeah.
So supplies get restored when you're reconnected to the supply line, but munitions you have to request. Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
Conditions.
So there's munitions and then there's supplies. They're two different stats.
Yes.
So
Special...
munitions we request as part of commerce as well as reinforcements, but supplies, like the supplies to be away from friendly lines, as is. I don't
Correct.
recall what are rules for restoring them, or do they just restore alongside munitions?
They restore alongside munitions.
Then why would they have been
Because there are certain aspects that one will drain faster than the other. Because you might be stuck out in the field and you run out of food, but you still got all your ammo supply.
Okay.
Basically, you guys have all been connected to your logistics at this point, and you guys haven't had to go too far into the Untamed Heart and Glass Road away from civilization.
Oh, you
what the mechanic is there for?
All of my forces have been hemorrhaging supplies this entire time.
Oh.
Because my maximum logistics range is 3 tiles.
Yeah.
Because they're infantry.
When they're in an FOB, or next to an FOB, they automatically get resupplied.
Okay, that's the question I needed to know answers for.
Yeah.
For materials specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I looking at here, Rasp?
It's a kite-eating tree.
Oh,
no.
yeah, okay.
Where is this?
For future deployments and such, that information. Okay. I guess I could send Thebe forward. Like, still got to clear the glass road. Right.
And you would have the intel from my air superiority that nothing is moving down there under the trees. Or, they would call them the weird mushrooms.
There's nothing under the weird mushrooms. Oh, those are a class VIP invasive species, tree.
Yep.
Okay. Is it better for me to rush through the forest or go around?
Yes.
I have done my arrow used like half its movement getting there. The rest of its movement is going into just flying surveillance passes. So you have pretty good intel on the area around there.
I'm just thinking for movement's sake. Well, I mean, infantry don't get any movement bonuses anyway, so...
And these are also your murder trees, so...
just because they're my murder trees don't mean they don't murder me.
That's the point.
They would try to get my arrow if we flew low enough, probably.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they would.
You actually will see as the flyover, like, limbs slowly rising.
It's very Fangorn.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, that's right, lads. We never rolled which type of tree it is.
Oh, that's right.
I have
Yeah.
a table for that. Anyone curious, real quick?
Yeah,
A tiny,
yes.
tiny
let's do it.
aside.
We gotta know.
Yeah.
We gotta know the trees.
D50.
This should
I'll
be a
roll it
rasp
with
roll.
my planet.
Yep, and he's the one who dropped the bomb.
That's true.
28.
That's still one of the funniest ideas you've had all campaign.
Oh my god, Rasp! You rolled Mars. These are trees with the leaves of Mars.
Oh
Okay.
no!
These are Mechanicus trees.
They
Omnissiah has blessed this world.
the
Life
leaves are the
grows
color of
upon
the
it.
Omnissiah, and the variant that is the name. Now I need to look up what the actual thing is. If anyone wants to give a crack at pronunciating that.
Sapindacae Acer rubrum.
Yes, the United States red maple.
Ah.
Except its leaves are Mars colored all the time. So that's actually a maple forest.
Canada, our home and native land.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is good stuff. I'm gonna start moving around it. Blah. That's my moves. Okay, moves are good.
That are good.
You know, you keep foiling my plans, but dear God, I love playing with you guys.
Also,
Mhm.
I am going to, since I'm the designated mover of the Rook, I am going to move their artillery up so that it can start getting line of sight on the Gene Stealers behind the power plant.
Okay. Yep. All right. That leads us to the combat in this turn then. So let us start with Spade.
Ah, heck. Alright, what's
Yeah.
our effective smash mission?
Well, let's see. That is 9, 18, 9, 19. Oh no, neither of those are 19. That's 9, 18, 27, 37. 7 and 8 is.
By
going
the
to
way-
be 45 for me.
If I hadn't had a better lance target,
And then another 10 from the Rook. So 55 from all but
All of
yours.
that. Okay.
I don't know how much yours have, so.
Okay, got it. And our aggregate combat skill is just 3, I believe.
Let's see. I know some of mine have 4.
Don't think it'd be enough to tick it up. Over half of the forces would have to be firing with 4.
Pretty much all my forces fire at 4. I think the only one that doesn't is my summoned. I think it comes down to what do the Rooks have?
artillery has
Oh.
4, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so yeah, then 4 is the actual
Need
aggregate.
to mention a change that we had because our artillery was so super overpowered.
No.
It was basically the same as the bombs. We
No.
made a slight change. You may still fire. You may still fire at full. However, if you shoot more than half volume with the artillery, you risk hitting any friendlies that are in neighboring tiles.
That's
And the
fine.
higher the volume, the higher the volume, the higher the percentage to hit.
So over half.
So, yeah. So you can shoot up
Okay.
to 5 per infantry. Basically, if you have a full battalion, you can shoot up to weapon volume 5 and risk no penalties. If you start shooting higher than that, you basically have to make a roll and risk hitting allies. If you fire all 10, you're guaranteed to hit an ally if there's any nearby.
Rapid fire ratings.
Okay. For artillery is 0.
Total for the
Einherjari.
battle group.
Let's see.
Remember
Yeah.
to use the new table.
Plus, well, 6 of my weapon volume have a +2.
So 12.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no. No, we're talking about... So, every unit's highest is 2.
Yeah.
How many units have it?
So 1 unit has 2. All the rest have 1.
So that equals...
Let's see, that equals... You're having me do math. How dare you? That equals 6.
Okay. Now the dice.
Whoa, wait. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. Yep.
33 successes, alright.
And this is Spade. Spade has quite a few targets, at least.
Yeah, we do.
Alright. I can only, at most, take a certain amount here.
Mm-hmm.
So... I'll take my maximum capacity and leave you with the rest, because that's just easy peasy.
Okay. You know, I really don't like 2, so the 4th Artillery is just going to bombard 2.
You have 19 successes to spend.
Alright, so 5 of that's going to go into 4th Artillery. What is the damage for that? What am I rolling for artillery's attack? Or for their damage, I should say.
Oh. It's the same as before, so... What do we have, 2d10?
Is it 2d10?
For
2d10 or 3d10?
no,
This is
three.
an
What
infantry
weapon
and it
is
has
the-
No,
blast.
this is... Oh, it has blast. That's right. Okay.
So it would technically
Yeah.
be 40-10.
40-10. Okay. Use weapon. Rook, Hardy.
Whatever that thing's called.
I don't know what the weapon they have on it. It's probably
it
Earthshaker.
is yes, yes.
And this is explosive damage. Target armor on Earthshaker's what?
I believe it's
It
5.
is-
Yeah.
All right.
I believe it.
No, 4. 4.
It's 4.
Four.
Okay,
All right.
that's
well,
right. It fully pins power armor and light vehicles. It mostly pins Chimera chassis. It about half pins Rust chassis.
Yeah.
So this multi-side, choose side. I need it down to 14 now. As soon as the damage
But this is
rolls
against
through.
infantry, so they're. I don't think there is any infantry we've statted at target armor 5 or higher yet.
No.
There has not been.
I think that maybe when we get to Terminators, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can't readjust.
Alright, yeah, the 2 is gone.
All right, I'm going to use another 5 for some Hellstrike missiles.
On 3?
On 3, yes.
Right.
So that's going to be 3d10. No, it's going to be 40-10 because of blast. Whoops. I'll roll another 5d10 afterwards.
Yeah. This...
They do have a legal fallback tile.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
If they fall back, it does screw 3 out of the ability to fall back, which is also very funny.
And there's the extra 5d10 for that. So that's a...
brother.
What was that?
they're just dead.
112? Okay, they're dead? Alright, so that leaves...
Yeah.
choose
Everything
side.
everything is very much exploded just outside of the city.
Alright, so... And then the last bit is... Yeah, we'll use some combat shotguns on blue 3.
Blue 3. Gene Stealer. Okay.
Yep.
That is... All right. Yeah, all 3 of those are infantry. So, you need to do this real quick.
The red diamond rooks are going to be
Oh, dear.
putting their volume into this, but we haven't gotten to diamond yet.
Fair. So the thing about the Gene Stealers here, yeah, they're all breaking and running.
Fair.
Their commander was taken out. And I'm going to say, I'll just give this to you. Commander was taken out. They're in panic disarray. There's a massive force. They're getting the hell away. So they move.
So my sirens run forward, start attacking, and then they all start running away.
Basically. So they're going to...
God damn it. Gotta chase them all down now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Slippery little bastards.
Actually, which one was that? Oh, that was that one. All right. So they're going to do this. Okay.
So was I able to get any damage out on them before they ran?
Oh, I need to actually make this one muted. Yes, you would have gotten some damage. Basically, you know what? Roll a D100. This isn't a luck roll. It's a legitimate percentile dice.
Okay.
What percentage of the damage that you have dealt actually goes through?
87.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
So they probably use the retreat rolls.
How much?
Yeah.
How much
3
morale
just
damage?
got... 3 broke and did not retreat in good order, basically.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say 3 only got to here. So basically still on the edge of the vision. And oops,
Hold on. Super important note. 1 second.
and they started at 100. But because of that, let's see. So they actually, yeah, I'm going to say that their retreat thing actually kicks in. So they get down to that. Okay.
Okay.
Oof,
So-
that hurt.
So,
Two basically gets away scot-free.
Note
so I'm
for
gonna turn
1.
Vision off. Note for 1, yes.
note for 1. So, because Argosy is supported by Magari, which are my root walkers, we have the don't run from us trait, which is their movement is reduced when they try to run away from an active combat with us.
Okay. That would put them here, then. I will actually put the light on them real quick. Let's see.
I honestly didn't
Right.
think that one would come into effect. We've kind of just been destroying things before they can run away.
That is too big. I need to change that. But yeah, they're on the border, out of Coloradicus into the Glass Road. Basically, you know where they are.
Okay. Paul, I have to regrettably ask you to do a difficult series of things against yourself.
Okay.
Well, I have converted units, and those ones would be attacking that Ork token, Ork 1.
Yes.
So in this case, the converted forces
So-
of Argosy.
Pause. Before we get there, does that mean all of Spade is done?
Spade has no more
We
legitimate
have
targets.
no more legitimate targets, and we're out of.
Okay.
Argosy's converted
Damage
force
anyway.
is part of Spade.
Oh, they are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a summon, so it's part of whatever group the original summoner is from.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
So this is the last thing for Spade. So 4 volume, whatever the Gene Stealers were using, and then 1 volume, whatever the Orcs have against Orc 1.
Okay. What was the G Stealers again? Sorry.
4 weapon volume Gene Stealers, 1 weapon volume Orcs against Orc 1.
Okay. And what do I need to do with this?
Damage.
Okay. So for
Is
them,
more
that
information required?
No. Okay, that actually eliminates 3. GC 3 is completely converted then.
That wasn't against 3.
You said GC.
No, it was against
You said
Orc
one
1.
was against.
Orc 1.
I
Okay.
thought you were against the G Stealers as well.
No, because Gene Stealer
Okay.
3 was nowhere near, or A, was nowhere near Argossi's converted unit.
Oh
which is
wait,
right
they
here.
were here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn.
You might be able to just right click
Fuck
and
it.
do.
Fuck it. 3 is. Oh. Ugh.
There you go.
Okay, it does work. All right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
order of operations for the most clarity.
Yeah.
So, a converted unit is made up of what we converted.
Yes.
At this time, 4 of this unit's weapon volume is Gene Stealer Colt weapon volume, and
Yes.
1 of this unit's weapon volume is Boy's weapon volume.
Yes.
All of these weapon volumes have been assigned, thanks to the fact that this is a combined group, and they've been assigned to attack Orc token 1 black.
Right.
You're the one with the damage profiles for the enemy forces.
1D. They're all 1d10 tier 1. That was the question. Okay, yes. They are all of them, despite having different weapons. The only difference is the Gene Stealers have energy weapons, and the Orc would have impact.
Okay.
That's the
And
only
you-
difference.
target
Damage
armor 1.
profile is the same. Both are target armor 1. Yeah.
Okay.
I am sorry. Apparently I'm losing my mind already.
It's okay. Again, we haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
This is a very, very good welcome back, everyone
Mhm.
Yeah.
session.
And now the
And
diamonds.
that is how many successes was that again? 5?
5.
All right. So that is minus 28 minus 5. So that is 20. Okay. Okay, excellent. Now, so that's everything with Spade. Yes?
Mhm.
Correct.
All right. Diamond. Wait, you want to...
The only thing Diamond has is artillery into 1.
All right.
And,
Here.
honestly, they don't give a shit about Argossi's converted units. So, 10 volume, let's go.
Yeah, I imagine the Rook don't care.
And, I'm gonna use the individual macro, because even though they're part of a battle group, they're the only thing firing.
That makes sense to me.
All right, they are going to attack Argossi's converted because they're right there. They have started out at full health, so they have 10. They have 4 successes. Side successes.
Earthshaker is 3d10 plus blast.
Correct.
So it's gonna be 4d10 because this is into infantry. And damage dice type is 10.
96 damage.
They have a clear retreat route. They have multiple clear retreat tiles, actually. They have 2 tiles they can retreat into.
Yes, they do.
And I would say
and
3 because those Gene Stealers have broken and are running. I don't think they exert zone of control.
So let's see. These are orcs, so there's that.
What's our determinate friendly fire income?
I believe it's guaranteed with full volume.
Yes. So basically, every step over half is 20%.
Okay, that makes sense.
So-
So
6 is 20%, 7 40, 8 is 60, 9 is 80, and a full 10 is 100%.
all right, well, you've certainly wiped out that token of mine.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's really funny if the orcs chase after the Gene Stealers. Actually, they aren't breaking from the fight; they're going after that other fight.
And this
Well,
fight's
they were-
too
Rationalize
floaty.
it anyway.
Exactly.
All right, so need to do this. 96. So 54. So 74.
They're probably
what
pretty close to morale killed, honestly.
They are, yes. Their morale is less than their health. I'll put it that way. And let's see. I need to roll on a scatter table to see which direction they're heading in.
They've got 3 valid tiles.
You know what? I'll just roll a 1d4 for them. And if they roll a 4, they go into a bad tile. 2.
2.
All right. That is.
Oh, they aren't chasing the Gene Stealers. That would have been so funny.
No, unfortunately. Okay.
Isn't
not mean to do that.
disengage just move 1 step back, and then you have to use
yes.
your move on the next turn to get away?
Oh, yes, that
Like
is
easier.
correct. Yeah. They're there.
Because
Alright.
the disengage is designed to still give the chance to chase it down.
Yes. Okay.
And there are no combats up top.
There are no combats up top.
We've completed a turn.
Not quite. I need to do
Ish.
a bookkeeping. Alright. So I get 4 wounded back in my battle group. Or, in W.
All right.
Nice.
Which means that I only have 2 wounded across my entire regiment.
Oh dear. All right. With that, then, we will skip what's going on up in the grass because, well,
Did my southern battle group spot anything in their poke into the southern section of the grasp?
they did not.
Okay.
All right. So we will return then to Gloomholm and that battlefront.
I think we don't. I personally don't think I have the stamina to do another round.
Well, the thing is, apart from what's going on in Boring, I don't think there's really any combat.
Well,
That's
I
true.
will probably be getting into combat
Okay, yeah, fair.
on this round because I've spotted enemies.
Okay, fair. Yeah, all right then.
Yeah, that's fine. Like always,
That's
we can
good,
just
yeah.
take another week to finish off the commander session.
Exactly.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So
I
we're
have
I
no
also-
qualms.
I also forgot to do something earlier, and that was the enemy reinforcements. So, because I forgot to move where the
Let's start
hive
next
is.
session with it.
You know
Well,
what?
we don't
Yeah.
necessarily know where the reinforcements are coming in, do we?
It's true.
Well, no, but you know the relative position of the space hull,
Oh, okay.
and
That's
that gives the potential as to where they might be. You have to know
I
where it
think
started, where it
so.
could. But
We're all at books then.
correct.
Except for mine, which is finished with books.
Well, let's just all get.
Yeah, let's.
yeah.
I agree. Let's finish books.
Yeah. We'll finish books and we will start with movement phase
Yeah.
next time.
So we'll just put everything at books then. Or you want
Well,
to put?
I thought we were
at
going to
movement
finish
phase?
books now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just rolling for wounded and shit. Like that can happen real fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta remind myself what those rolls are.
It's an
Your
int,
intelligence.
and if you have Medicae, you add your Medicae. And if you have a Medicae or recovery attachment, they can assist.
And I think that's literally the only roll I have to make
And then
for bookkeeping.
let's do one more, because this is all assisted.
I only had one to make as well, because I consolidated all my wounded into a single battalion.
And my my commanding officer literally just lay on hands to 200 some people this session, so
No wonder there was no progress on the expanded genetic defense force. He was just there laying hands on other people.
yeah,
Oof.
I had to get my people going.
Phrasing.
Intentional. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Something, Fulgrim meeting Jagatai.
Yeah.
Paul and Dan, are you familiar with that quote?
I know I've heard it, I just don't remember it.
So, Fulgrim says to the Khan, I hear your men do strange things with their bikes. And the Khan shoots back, I hear you do strange things with your men.
Ouch.
Which is true. The Emperor's children were already doing weird genetic mutation shit at that point.
All right. So, bookkeeping completed. Everyone's caught up.
Yep.
Excellent. All right then. Well, we will.
The same thing.
Rasp. I would like you to know, I was embarrassed once before. I will remember it. Don't worry about it.
This
I
is
know.
probably the last time I'm gonna keep bothering you about it.
Okay,
Until you
good.
fuck up again.
Yeah, until you fuck up
Until
again.
you
Then we
fuck
get
up
to
again.
bother you
That is
about
fair.
it for another 3 sessions.
That's fair. That's fair. And I would like to tell everyone, thank you for joining us. Once again, Happy New Year. I hope 2024 is good to all of you. And we will see you another time and hope the scales are ever tipped in your favor.